Metropolitan area, there is a crash blocking the left lanes of the 101 loop eastbound near 59th Avenue. A crash on University Drive and Power Road. An injury accident on 51st Avenue at Southern. And an apartment fire on 174th Avenue and the Avenue of the Arts in Surprise. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh, comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
An extreme heat warning remains in effect. It will be partly cloudy tonight. Thunderstorms possible, low 90. Mostly sunny, hot tomorrow, high 110. And thunderstorms possible tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
Hello. How's it hanging? Midweek, right? It is Trump Day. Hump Day, Trump Day. Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. So thankful you are here with me and you've made it your addiction. It's cool to be hooked to this. Now you know what my wife feels like. And now somewhere my wife is nauseous. She doesn't know why. Anyway, thank you for being here on 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson, all over the damn state and the world on the free iHeartRadio app and on the brand new 550 KFYI YouTube channel where you can watch me talk in brilliance, absolute brilliance. So I'm sure you're like me, right? And we've been waiting. We've been talking about it a lot. When is Andy Biggs going to finally start unloading, right? When is he going to just do what needs to be done and start unloading on Katie Hobbs? When is that going to happen? It's a very good question. Now, you are probably like me, where you're never going to be satisfied. And I completely understand. But we've been asking Andy Biggs, get tough, go after her, right? Just say what needs to be said. And at the end of the day, you have to tear into your opponent and say what you can do. These people that are just clueless that are like, I don't know why politics is so mean. I don't know why you have to say something bad about someone. Because that's how it is. That's how it is. Deal with it. It's life. It's competition. And it's totally fine, right? And it's not just saying something bad. It's saying the truth, right? Well, Andy Biggs, I'm happy to announce, at least it's on his social media. I saw it on his X account. Andy Biggs decided to make a video, a very casual video, where he went after Katie Hobbs and talked about what he is going to do. And there needs to be more of it. It needs to be that way. Hopefully it goes viral. I don't know if it will, but we've been asking for it, okay? I want you to hear it. I'm going to get your reaction on the talkback, and I have a feeling I know what you're going to say. But Andy Biggs made this, and he's just walking around. It looks like his house. He's got his phone. He's doing it. It's what happens. This is the post-China virus scam world. It's okay to do this. It doesn't need to look perfect. Listen, okay? This is Andy Biggs, and did I retweet it? I'm not sure if I did or not. Anyway, I want you to just hear it. You'll get the flavor.
Katie Hobbs isn't going to debate me. She doesn't want you to know how bad her record is.
Good.
And she also doesn't want you to know that she's under criminal investigation.
I like it.
But I'll be at the October scheduled debate. Katie Hobbs won't show up. My running mate, Sina Kerr, will be there, but not Katie Hobbs' running mate. So you see, we have a vision for the state of Arizona, and we are willing to debate and go out there and tell you what that vision is. But Katie Hobbs and her running mate, they're nowhere to be seen. They're not going to show up at a debate. They don't want to be confronted on how bad their record is. I know that if you see a debate between us, you'll vote for Andy Biggs. And you know what? They know it too. And that's why they're not going to show up for a debate. But I'll be there.
Good. This needs to happen more and more and more. Okay? I know what you're thinking right now, and you can hit me up on the free iHeartRadio app. If you don't have the app, download the iHeartRadio app It is one of the best apps that has ever been created. You could listen live on KFYI or KNST. You could listen on demand to the show on the Garrett Lewis channel. And you could also tap the red mic on the free iHeartRadio app, and you can record yourself, send a message up to 30 seconds, and tell me what you think. Now, Andy Biggs, it's about time. He went after her. And the tweet says she won't debate because she can't defend her terrible record. It has nothing to do with sound bites or theater. She can't defend how bad she's been on housing, affordability, and public safety. Great. You know what? He said, we're going to do this. And he could add more about what he's going to do, but you can't make it too long. That was 50 seconds, 5-0. I'm glad he's finally saying the things about Hobbs. I'm glad he's finally calling her out, because all the Democrats do is call us out. See, Trump does a great job of branding, right, and calling out the opponent. That's what you're supposed to do. It's okay. It should be encouraged. Anybody that says, "Oh, I'm just so sick of it," they're lying. It's a virtue signaler. You might as well put a mask on your face and claim you're stopping the China virus. Okay, you're virtue signaling. So Andy Biggs did that, and I'm glad he called her out, because he called her out. You can't debate because you can't defend your record. You stink. Now, this is something that you know as well. This is probably as mean as Andy Biggs gets. And that's okay. Like, he is who he is. I want to see this. I'm glad I saw this. I want to see more of it. I want to see Andy Biggs standing in front of homes, if there are any homes being built right now. I want Andy Biggs to stand in front of it and say, my policies will make it more affordable for you to buy a house like this. Or stand in front of any house. I'm going to make housing more affordable. We're going to get rid of it. And by the way, I hope his staff and they get the data. All right, what are the price of permits? What can we do to try to drive them down? And then say, look, these permits that cost so much money, that make the housing so expensive, we're getting rid of them. We're reducing them. You don't need to do this. Maybe you do a moratorium on fees for permits. How about that? Wouldn't that be great? You know how Trump did no tax on tips? No fees on permits. We want homes to be built. Wouldn't that be? You're not giving money away. We could find money where we can save it, and he can save that too. No fees on new construction homes. And if there are taxes, and I'm sure there are, and I should probably know this, we bought our home 3 years ago. If there are taxes and fees when you go to buy a home, you know what? We're going to waive this. We're going to make it more affordable. Just keep saying it over and over and over again. We have the ideas. We're putting in the work. She isn't. So again, Andy Biggs has done a good job. He's got a long way to go. Keep it going. He should be doing these. That was put up. It was toward the end of the show yesterday, and I wanted to play it today. He needs to do these several times a day. They need to be out all the time. This is it's just nothing fancy, holding the phone up, and he records himself, and that's it. Make it happen. Start calling around for everything. That's what he's up. So I know what you're going to say. Oh, man, he needs some energy. Look, Andy Biggs privately is a very funny guy. I've spoken to him. He's funny. He's passionate. He's a very smart guy. He's going to be a tremendous governor. Not everyone is the same. He is not going to be gruff like Trump, right? It's just not going to, he's not going to be me. He's not going to be you. He is who he is. I just wanted to come across and connect with people. He still needs to do it because people need to see the passion. They need to get excited about it. And I think this is a good start. This is a good start. And it needs to happen a lot. Every day he should be making these videos, and then every day they should be retweeted and reposted and done over and over and over again, and wanting people to share them. This is how you start to grow it. If he's not going to buy ads on radio or TV, I don't know what the hell he's doing. I have no idea. Look, it costs money. But I've never seen this ad and this part. It costs money. And if they can't get people to pony up, that's where you got to get them excited, right? People will start pony up cash. They'll start doing this to get excited. I hope he does more about Katie refusing to sit down and Chris Mays refusing to make Katie sit down for an interview about her being under criminal investigation. I hope he does that. And by the way, I think he needs to put out there How is it possible that Katie Hobbs listed 46,000 people that are unemployed that donated to her? I had 26. Who are the 46,000 people without a job that could afford to give money to Katie Hobbs? This seems really fishy to me. Is this a scam? Put it on her. Make people ask questions. You never know. Maybe the media will ask her about it because they have nothing. Katie has been hiding in her basement. She hasn't done anything. They're going to try to keep her very quiet because hopefully this is Andy Biggs finally saying, all right, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's step it up a notch. Katie Hobbs hasn't tweeted anything in 2 days. And what she tweeted 2 days ago is, during the Great Recession, my husband and I lost a home to foreclosure. So when I say affordability isn't just a talking point for me, it's not. I lived it. It's all this bull crap. And I'm sure she didn't type that. So I am hoping that Andy Biggs steps it up. I know you're going to say he needs more energy. He is who he is. Just keep doing it more and more and more because we can't afford to have 4 more years of Katie Hobbs. We just can't do it. Plus, she's a racist and a dope. Don't put words in. I don't want to put words in my mouth, but Katie Hobbs is a dope. I have more. Hit me up on the free iHeartRadio app. Just tap the red mic. You have up to 30 seconds. I have the lowdown, too, because now it's getting around. Oh, my God, a Democratic socialist won in the primary over an incumbent in Florida. First off, wait till you hear how insane this socialist is. This is off the charts insane. I have that for you coming up. And you want to know why the socialist in Florida beat the establishment loser? And they're still far leftist. Do you want to really know why? I have it for you. It's coming up. Don't believe the rest of the media. They're stupid. It is your afternoon addiction.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
There's an accident with the HOV lane blocked on Loop 101, Olive Freeway. That's eastbound near 59th Avenue. And stop-and-go traffic from Union Hills. An accident off to the left on the 202 westbound at Lindsay Road. And an injury accident on Mojave Street west of Central Avenue. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
Iran's trying to push buttons, seeing
Anthony
how
Fauci needs to be helped. Every American needs to stand up.
Hear about it? Talk about it.
Have their voices heard.
On 550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
Hi, Arizona. This is Joe with Advanced Window Products. Today, we're giving KFYI listeners a deal so good, you'll hear it across the Valley of the Sun. That's right. Today only, Advanced Window Products is having a one-day sale. If you buy 10 or more of our custom-made windows, we're giving you a mind-blowing $3,500 off. Our biggest offer ever. You heard that correctly. That's $3,500 in savings off windows that are manufactured right here in Phoenix, specifically for the Phoenix climate. Call us at 480-764-2002. Our windows come with a lifetime warranty, including accidental glass breakage and labor. Now, that's peace of mind. But you must act today. This offer is only valid for a one-day window. You've got until tonight to lock in your savings. You won't hear this commercial tomorrow. Call right now for your free estimate. The number is 480-764-2002. That's 480-764-2002. Or visit our website to get a quote and see the quality for yourself at advancedwindows.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Jerry.
When we first started looking for different options, we went to the internet. Really, we did choose Galaxy, and definitely happy that we did. We first had our front porch and our pool deck done. Decided we loved it so much, we had them out about 10, 11 months later to finish up and do our back porch.
Commercial or residential, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
The crews at Galaxy were great. They actually cared about my property, very punctual, knowledgeable, and just a great group of workers.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings works for any area like patios, garage floors, driveways, and around pools.
I'm 100% satisfied. It's not slippery and it's not hot. I was very impressed with the product. It's amazing that I don't burn my feet and my 6-year-old doesn't fall.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook, GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com. We are out of this world.
Fix it, Frankie. This is Ethel. Well, how long has your air conditioner been broken? Must be hot in there. You're cooking eggs on your tile floor? With sauteed onions and bell peppers. Sounds delicious, sir, but about the air conditioner, my Frankie can fix that. Yes, he's on his way now. He likes them over easy with a little hot sauce on the side. Rye toast is perfect. Okay, bye now.
Fix It Frankie.
My Frankie can fix anything.
FixItFrankie.com.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option, but do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hi, it's James T. Harris. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to help deliver relief to patients right here in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. They concentrate your body's own healing factors right where the pain is coming from. The whole idea is to give you a real chance to hold off on surgery, or in some cases, avoid it altogether. That's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that could change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is absolutely free with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN.
We've been here 30 years, 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right nice soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because Rhino Shield is backed by a 25-year warranty.
It just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call at 855-4-U-RHINO. Call now and receive 10% off the regular price, or go to rhinoshieldaz.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, "Did you just have your house painted?" Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, "No, it's actually Rhino Shield."
For your 10% off, call now. 855-4-U-RHINO. Or go to rhinoshieldaz.com.
Why is China buying so much gold? Jim Clark, Republic Monetary Exchange. They're adding record amounts of gold as a safe haven, diversifying away from the U.S. dollar and hedging against geopolitical risks. Just like we've been saying, Korea is now accumulating gold too. Instead of trusting the dollar, central banks around the world are preparing for the future with gold. You should also be prepared. Learn more. See us. Republic Monetary Exchange in Phoenix on Camelback, just east of 40th Street. 602-682-GOLD or rmegold.com.
Owning a home is cool and all, except for the part where now everything is your problem. Without a home warranty, you could pay thousands to repair or replace appliances and home systems like your AC and plumbing. But with an American Home Shield warranty, you can help protect your wallet from pricey breakdowns. If AHS can't repair the covered item, they'll replace it no matter how old it is. Don't let unexpected bills wreck your budget. American Home Shield. Don't worry, be warranty. Sign up today at ahs.com. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
An extreme heat warning remains in effect. It will be partly cloudy tonight. Thunderstorms possible, low 90. Mostly sunny, hot tomorrow, high 110. And thunderstorms possible tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Brake Masters.
You're close to your journey's end. You're winning half the battle, and then it happens. A rattle. You got this. Just head on over to any Brake Masters stop sign. Download coupons and schedule an appointment from your smartphone.
Brake Masters. We give you an honest break. Touchdown! The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now, all 32 in-market local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a jet touchdown! Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down
as we get closer to week 1.
It's crazy and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in. Live, local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
Feel like the world's gone insane? Reclaim your sanity with Clay and Buck. Tomorrow at 10 on 550 KFYI and the free iHeartRadio app.
Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. So glad you've made it that. Thank you for hanging out. Quick 3 things that I think you need to know. Number 1, there is a manhunt going on right now in Pima County. Someone shot and killed a Tucson Police Department recruit, a 23-year-old named Carlos Ramirez, shot and killed him, and shot and injured, not life-threatening though, his fiance, a former Pima County Sheriff's Department corrections officer. So there's a manhunt going on for, I believe, 2 suspects. Horrific stuff there. Absolutely horrific stuff. Second thing that I think you need to know, this is what we voted for. I voted for, right? The Trump administration has now cut off illegals from getting tax credits. That's right. A lot of tax credits. They could. How do they even get this stuff, right? Children, this, that. It'll save taxpayers an estimated $3 billion. We'll get into more details on that. Third thing that I think you need to know. A 19-year-old illegal immigrant from El Salvador that Joe Biden and Kamala let in 2024. He killed a 42-year-old mother in Fairfax County, Virginia. Stabbed her repeatedly. He was going to light her body on fire. Apparently, they had a relationship, but he got here to the country. Bill Malush reports he gave Border Patrol an address claiming it was his dad somewhere in America. They let him go. Catch and release. Catch and release. And he killed this woman. No mention of another person being murdered by an illegal. No mention from any of the Democrats here in Arizona. Mark Kelly, Ruben Gallego, Adelita Grijalva, Greg Stanton, Yasemin Ansari. They don't care when illegals murder Americans. They only care about illegals that are here illegally, that's why they're illegal, being held in ICE detention centers. These scumbags. 3 things I think you need to know. All right. And I'm getting a bunch of talkbacks. Some I can't play on the radio. But the prevailing situation by Andy Biggs, and I'm seeing this in the chat box, by the way. If you watch on the free iHeartRadio, in the YouTube, that's what it is, on the 550 KBY YouTube channel, not only can you watch, you can also type. There's a chat box, and people like what Andy Biggs said, but they need more energy. That's what I'm gonna boil it down to one word, right? And they want energy. They also said place a cardboard poster up. Use a fat face with glasses and gray straws for Katie's hair. But the cardboard person would be equally effective as a speaker as Katie Hobbs. That's what they wrote. It'd be cool. Make it happen. All right. So in Florida, a lunatic. She is a state representative, and she's won the Democrat primary for Senate. She's not going to win. I mean, Florida's way too red. Her name is Angie Nixon. And she knocked off a guy named Alexander Vindman. Alexander Vindman used to work in Intel. He hates Trump. He's just a Trump hater. That's all he is. And people are shocked because this guy had 16 times the amount of money. He had tens of millions of dollars. This lady barely raised $1 million, this socialist. And she knocked off that guy. Now, I'll tell you why. It's not socialism is just spreading. Listen, there's idiots everywhere. There's people that are just desperate. They don't believe in the Republicans or the Democrats. And they don't really buy into the whole socialism thing. They just go, this is something different. I'm going to go with this because nothing else is working. And that's where Republicans are missing out on the messaging big time. And Trump needs to just finish this crap in Iran already because people have had it. I'm just telling you how it is. Like, I support it. I know what he did. There's got to be a reason why he hasn't dropped more bombs on Iran yet. There's obviously something going on. But people aren't happy. And he knows that, but he can't acknowledge it publicly. Anyway, I want you to hear this Angie Nixon. This is what she said about, she's a Democratic Socialist American. I mean, she's a communist. This is what she said about drag shows. This is who Democrats voted for.
I don't understand, like, there's no sexualization at a drag show. It's just people dressing up and singing and performing. I've taken my children to drag shows, and it's fun. It's entertainment. It's wholesome entertainment. And there's nothing wrong. It's just, like, I don't get it.
Okay. That nut knocked off an incumbent. She wants to abolish ICE. She wants to get rid of prisons. She wants Medicare for all. She wants all the crazy stuff. That's what she wants. She's nuts. So there's a lady out of Florida named Christina Pushaw. She works for Ron DeSantis. She was a spokesperson. She works for him. And she put up an interesting post. How is it possible this socialist won? Because you don't know politics unless you actually live there. You just don't know. So she said, the incumbent Alex Vindman lost because he's a deep state establishment plant who carpet-bagged to Florida a few weeks before announcing a statewide campaign. He has zero connection to Florida. He doesn't understand the state. Christina writes, I moved here more than 5 years ago and have been to all 67 counties due to my work. I still have a lot to learn about Florida. Vindman knows less than nothing about Florida. And that goes for his out-of-state backers, too. And Vindman insulted the same Florida Democrats he needed to win over when he repeatedly refused to debate Angie Nixon. Another debate denier. And pretended he had his election in the bag. He told voters, I don't need to earn your votes. She writes, Nixon is a far-left lunatic. She won because she is from Florida. She's been a fixture in Florida politics for years. She knows how to grab attention with her antics. Good news is Ashley Moody's the senator. She's from Florida, born here, 5th generation. She's going to crush her. But before you go, oh my God, the socialists, they had a crap candidate. And that's why the people voted for a Floridian, even if the Democrats said, even if she's a socialist, because those Democrats they just messed up. They're just flat out messed up. That's how it is. Now, speaking of the socialists, oh my gosh. You know the guy from Michigan, the socialist there, that Abdul Rahman El Sayed, that guy that won the Democrat primary for Senate there in Michigan, and he's crazy. It turns out his mom has links to terrorism. Like, it's not a coincidence this guy became the front runner for the Democrats. His mom has links to terrorism and terrorists. Wait till you hear the connections coming up. It is your afternoon addiction.
Strong storms are starting to develop over parts of the Midwest tonight. Tornado warnings are in effect for parts of Indiana, as thousands of residents there are still without power due to the ongoing storms. Indiana, Missouri, and Illinois face the biggest threats tonight. The tariffs that were set to hit Canada at midnight have been put on hold. In a social media post today, President Trump says he paused the 50% duties for 3 days because the U.S. and Canada have a deal. Pending final documentation, the suspended tariffs would have affected roughly $20 billion in Canadian imports. Phoenix is getting closer to reaching a milestone in its battle against extreme heat. The Streets Department says it expects to hit 200 miles of cool pavement this week. That's a program that began as a pilot 6 years ago. It's designed to keep the roads from absorbing as much heat as regular pavement. And a mother is facing child abuse charges after allegedly leaving her toddler in a garage during the extreme heat. Mesa police say 32-year-old Amy Shellhammer texted a neighbor that she was sick and leaving to pick something up, and that her 2-year-old son was sleeping in the garage. The child also had drugs in his system. This edition of The Download brought to you by Fix It Frankie. My Frankie can fix anything. FixItFrankie.com. Now traffic.
from the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
There's an accident off to the right of the 60 Superstition Freeway westbound at Mesa Drive. An injury accident on Scottsdale Road at Jomax Road. Another injury accident on Indian School east of 63rd Avenue. A crash on Avondale Boulevard and West Durango Street. And that accident has been cleared on the 10 Papago Freeway eastbound at Saraville Avenue. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Day and Night Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing.
Phoenix, don't gamble on an old AC this summer. Save $1,776 on a new energy-efficient day and night air system with 0% for 18 months. Lock in comfort before the heat spikes. Stay cool. Book your free estimate at dayandnightair.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business, insurance, and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not, plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Getting rear-ended once is bad enough. Don't let the insurance company hit you again with a lowball offer. Call an experienced attorney who knows how to fight and win. Call Lerner and Rowe today. 977-1900.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900. 977-1900.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 602-855-9542 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 602-855-9542 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 602-855-9542 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 602-855-9542.
550 KFYI. Stay informed. Stay ahead. Guaranteed human.
Lewis with you. Hello, hi. Thank you for hanging out. It's your afternoon addiction. Please follow me on my social media because it's fun. It's excellent. At Garrett Lewis on X and at Garrett Lewis on Instagram and at Garrett Lewis Radio on Facebook. It's just follow, like, whatever, and that way we stay in touch. It'd be cool if you did. You like the show, you like that stuff too. So, look, nothing happens by accident. There are very few, like, true candidates that run for office that haven't been chosen, okay? Now, we're getting more that aren't just chosen. I mean, Eli Crane was like, I'm just going to put my hat in the ring and see what happens. And he won, right? Abe Hamadeh got in there. Nobody was like, hey, we should get this Abe Hamadeh guy. No, it didn't happen that way. So now we have this happening. And the reason I tell you this is because it could be dangerous. It could be very dangerous. We have this guy in Michigan, this Abdul El Sayed, he's boys with this Hassan Piker guy. I don't want to give Hassan Piker any more. I don't want to give him any more airtime than I have to. But that guy's messed up. I mean, he just says stuff to say stuff, but he believes the bull crap that comes out of his mouth too. He's a dangerous guy like that, right? He can influence a lot of people in a very bad way. A lot of weak people. So we have that. But now we find out that this Abdul El Sayed's mom was working she was funneling money to terrorists. And now this guy, so the guy's in Michigan, where you have Dearborn, Michigan, which is the Muslim capital of America. And this guy's mom, this guy who's he left his government job to all of a sudden run for Senate. And his mom helped funnel cash to the Taliban and Osama bin Laden? What? Yeah. New York Post with the story. Like, there's all these. And his dad or his father-in-law is on the Islamic Society of North America's board. They're in with CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, who's in with the Muslim Brotherhood. Like, this is not a conspiracy theory. It's legit stuff. New York Post had a story that this guy's mom, far left, Michigan, he's a flippin' commie. Anyway, Michigan Senate hopeful Abdul El Sayed's mother once worked for an organization that was designated a global terrorist group. Nothing to see there, right? Global terrorist group. Remember when the media would not stop reporting that Donald Trump was a Russian plant? They mimicked the lie. Remember when they kept telling us that COVID shots will stop you from getting sick and masks work? Now we have a guy that is in a Senate race in Michigan, and his mother worked for an organization that was designated as a global terrorist group, and there is no coverage from that same media that wouldn't shut up with lies. Isn't that interesting? So anyway, his mom worked with a group that was designated as a global terrorist group. They've been accused of, again, funneling money to Osama bin Laden, the Taliban, and Hamas. What? Is all from a report from the Midwesterner. His mom, I love how they say this, his El Sayed's birth mother. His birth mother, like, what? Anyway, you ready for the name? His birth mother is named Fatin Fathi Elkami. 3 names. Fatin Fathi Elkami. She worked for the Islamic American Relief Agency, IARA. She did it from 1999 until at least 2004. And that's when the Department of Treasury said, you know what? We're going to link them to terrorists. They had this IARA that she worked for, the Islamic American Relief Agency. They had dozens of offices across the planet. And they said, we are a humanitarian organization that focuses on healthcare and orphans and disadvantaged people in areas of conflict. Oh, okay. How much you want to get? Bet they were getting some USAID money too. But the organization, also known as the Islamic African Relief Agency, provided direct financial support for the 9/11 terror attacks, for the man behind the 9/11 terror attacks, Osama bin Laden. That's from our own Treasury Department back in 2004. right? And it's not like she was there. Oh, she was just there. She was watering the plants, right? She was answering the phones. No. Apparently, she was literally helping make the transactions to the terrorist organizations. And this guy, again in Michigan, is running for Senate. Kind of a big deal, isn't it? Kind of a big deal. The announcement alleged that the IARA, the Islamic American Relief Agency, also supported Hamas and other terrorist organizations through at least 2003, and she worked there starting in 99. Our DOJ back in 2007 charged this organization with a 33-count indictment for illegally transferring funds to Iraq, violating federal sanctions. There was a superseding indictment followed in January of 2008 and in 2010. Two of the board of directors pleaded guilty to conspiring to move more than $1 million to Iraq. Evidence used to secure the convictions included 945 exhibits. There were phone calls, faxes, wire transfers, tax forms, emails, bank statements, and other documents. The list of exhibits references El Sayed's mom, Fatty. That's her name, Fatty. Sorry, Fatten. Can I call her Fatty? If it's like, there's a guy, he could be named Harrison, right? You can call him Harry. Don't ever call my kid that, though. My wife will stab you. He's Harrison. So can I call his mom Fatty? I mean, her first name is Fatten. Her middle name is Fathy. Tell me I can't call her Fatty. Anyway, the list of exhibits that were filed in court referenced his mom 14 times. It shows that she participated in 8 wire transfers, 5 recorded calls, including a transfer request for $24,000 plus to its Iraq office. She wasn't prosecuted. But again, she was there. She took part in these kinds of things that financed Al-Qaeda, bin Laden, you name it. Shouldn't this be a big story that a guy running for Senate, his mom was funneling cash to terrorists? I mean, out of all the things that are being talked about in the world today, and some would consider these slow news days. See, I always find this stuff for you. That's why I hope you listen every single day from 4 until 7. I find this stuff. There's more to this as well. Oh, my gosh. There's more details. You can hit me up on the free iHeartRadio app, too, on the talkback. Tap the red mic. You have up to 30 seconds to tell me exactly what you think. And I'm sure you have some stuff. But, hey, don't worry about it here. A commie that's running for Senate in Michigan, his mom was apparently helping give terrorists money. Not a big deal. The hell? Oh, by the way, right after the 5 o'clock news, fresh new allegations against Ruben Gallego about campaign money violations. Uh-oh. Dumb Ruben at it again. It's all coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. Silver. I loaded up on silver at Republic Monetary Exchange several months ago because I'm like, I went and saw my guys, Jim Clark and the great crew at Republic Monetary Exchange. You see, I want to get great advice, right? I'm going to spend my money. I want to protect my dollars. The dollar keeps going down. I'm like, I need to do something. All right. I got to diversify. I got a great plan at Republic Monetary Exchange. You can too. And silver, man, silver could be on fire. Analysts at Citi, they sent it out to clients and they said, we are backing our forecast for silver to hit $75 in the very near term and get to 90 in the next 6 to 12 months. That's what they are saying. Right now, silver's been going up. It's up to over 67 right now. So go talk to my friends at Republic Monetary Exchange. They educated me on silver. Man, there's major demand for silver in solar, major demand for AI data centers. They need silver. And then you have it, to hedge against crazy government spending. So call or stop by Republic Monetary Exchange. Do it. Protect the wealth you've earned like I have. They're in Phoenix on Camelback, just east of 40th Street, and go to rmegold.com.
from the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
There's an accident off to the right of the 60 Superstition Freeway westbound at Mesa Drive. An injury accident on Scottsdale Road at Jomax Road. Another injury accident on Indian School east of 63rd Avenue. A crash on Avondale Boulevard and West Durango Street. And that accident has been cleared on the 10 Papago Freeway eastbound at Saraville Avenue. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Glenn Beck, time check. We are in critical times. Take some time to listen. I'll show you what's going on tonight at 7. Have no fear, but do have information. 550 KFYI on the free iHeartRadio app.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code Beck. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
The countdown to the NFL season is on, and Fox Sports Radio is where you join the conversation with the Dan Patrick Show.
You got some interesting scenarios here.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
You have to strike when the iron is hot in the NFL.
And more. Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and listen now.
Kaiko Roofing is one of the Valley's largest and most trusted roofing companies, offering free roof checkups. Go to KaikoRoofing.com.
Hi, Arizona. This is Joe with Advanced Window Products. Today, we're giving KFYI listeners a deal so good, you'll hear it across the Valley of the Sun. That's right. Today only, Advanced Window Products is having a one-day sale. If you buy 10 or more of our custom-made windows, we're giving you a mind-blowing $3,500 off, our biggest offer ever. You heard that correctly. That's $3,500 in savings off windows that are manufactured right here in Phoenix, specifically for the Phoenix climate. Call us at 480-764-2002. Our windows come with a lifetime warranty, including accidental glass breakage and labor. Now, that's peace of mind. But you must act today. This offer is only valid for a one-day window. You've got until tonight to lock in your savings. You won't hear this commercial tomorrow. Call right now for your free estimate. The number is 480-764-2002. That's 480-764-2002. Or visit our website to get a quote and see the quality for yourself at advancedwindows.com.
It looks amazing. It looks like a Teflon coating on there.
We're very excited that we don't ever have to paint again.
Phoenix, if you don't want to spend your summers painting, then do what your neighbors did. They called Rhino Shield.
We chose it because of the fact that we saw a house that had done it, and I just went, that's something I'd like to have done to my house.
Rhino Shield is a ceramic coating formulated for our specific climate right here in Phoenix.
I would highly recommend Rhino Shield. You can't beat the 25-year transferable warranty, by the way.
Let me put it this way. I haven't had any complaints. And as the president of the association, that's the best part.
Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
For anybody that's skeptical about putting Rhino Shield on your house, take a real close look at it. The warranty, 25 years, is something that I just don't think you can beat.
Stop wasting your summers on painting. Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Scorpions don't hate you. Ain't got the brains for hate. What they got is a tail full of bad intentions. Been living in this desert since the dirt was new. Think they got squatters' rights to your laundry basket.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Scorpions may have squatters' rights to the desert, but not to your property. Call 602 Blue Sky today. Real pest science, real protection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, Scorpions.
If you have great credit but still in a traditional mortgage, then you will most likely spend 25 years longer in debt than you have to.
Learn about the Life Changer loan where you can do your banking inside of your mortgage, where the average client pays off their home in just 5 years and saves over $250,000 in interest and keeps 24/7 access to their equity. The future of banking and mortgage is here. It's not magic. It's just math. So learn more at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775, Life Changer Loan Corp. with an equal housing lender.
Hurt in a crash? Now you're in pain, missing work, and your car's out of commission. Call the accident attorneys at Sweet James. They help you get the medical care you need, handle your case from start to finish, and fight for the money you may need to get your life back. No stress, no runaround, and you pay nothing unless they win. Call now for a free case review, 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-9-MILLION, or visit sweetjames.com.
This is NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, and here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Lowe's.
Wide receiver Jaden Higgins of the Texans has seen his season end with a torn ACL, suffered at practice on Tuesday. Addressing a need in their secondary, the Seahawks are signing Trayvon Diggs to a one-year deal. The one-time Cowboy was cut by the Packers in January. Former Wimbledon finalist Nick Kyrgios has tested positive for cocaine. He now faces a ban of up to 4 years. I'm Frank Aaron.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list written on a sticky note or saved on a photo? Perfect. Bring it in and get a quote in minutes. Plus, access thousands of products beyond what's in store or on Lowe's.com. Right from the Lowe's Pro Desk.
Information you need.
Pay attention, America.
The smart talk in between.
I want to thank you for being the voice of our community.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. Thank you for making it that way. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790, of course, on the free iHeartRadio app, and on the brand new and beautiful 550 KFYI YouTube channel. We're getting more and more people watching every single day. More listening on 550 and 790, watching on YouTube, listening on the iHeartRadio app. Thank you so much for that. Now, look, the reason I'm telling you this is not to be just shocking about, because there's more to this story about this Abdul El Sayed's mom with her links to terror. His campaign, most of the money was brought in by his father-in-law. And his father-in-law has ties to these organizations that have links to terrorism. Like, this is not a coincidence. So I look at this myself and I say, is this guy being brought in to be the front man, right? Is this, America's not going to lose wars. What the commies do, and remember, the commies, the Nazis, the radical Islamists, they're all the same. That's why the Muslim Brotherhood was working with Hitler and the Nazis back in the 1930s and 40s. What they do is they get one of theirs. It's like a Manchurian candidate in a way. They find this Abdul El Sayed. Hey, he's a good-looking, strong guy. He look charismatic. People can back him. That's going to be the guy that gets in the Senate and starts to push the things that we want to really just take out America, to change America. Going back to what Obama said, to transform America. Well, I don't want America transformed. We're the best country on the planet for a reason. If you love what happens in the Middle East, stay in the Middle East. It's okay. You could worship whatever you want, but you're not changing America. And that's the only thing that I worry about. That this guy has been brought in, and he's the puppet, man. He's the puppet. He's the front guy. He's the guy that's going to get in there and push for what the terrorists want. It's like when the cartels buy the politicians in Mexico, and even sometimes in Arizona. It's the same thing. But at least that's about the money in that aspect. This is just to fundamentally change America. So there's more, again, about this organization that his mom worked for. His mom, Fathi Elkami. That's this guy's mom. She worked for the Islamic American Relief Agency from 1999 until at least 2004. And there was a report put out by the Treasury Department that this organization, IARA, that she worked for, supports their support for bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, and the Taliban. My gosh. And it goes on to say that the international offices for this IARA gave direct financial support for bin Laden. They commingled funds, cooperated closely in the raising and expenditure of funds. They were involved in a joint program with an institute controlled by bin Laden that was involved in providing assistance to Taliban fighters. There is even part of the statement, it shows that they were explicitly there to get safe haven for bin Laden. As of early 2003, information available to America shows that the IARA was responsible for moving funds to the Palestinian territories for use in terrorist activities. Again, this guy's mom worked for them. She helped move the money, but she was not arrested. She was not charged. Anyway, notably, it served as a conduit to Hamas in one Western European country. The funds were raised through IARA collection boxes marked Allah and Israel. It showed the funds would be directed towards attacks against Israelis. This organization was reportedly linked to the Belgium office of the Al-Aqsa Foundation. That's a specially designated global terrorist. My gosh. So this guy's got terror connections all over the place. His mom, the rest of his family, his wife's family. His sister is a radical professor at the University of Chicago that applauded the October 7th terrorist attacks and hates America and has been part of the campus protests. Like, they're all plants here. Just like I believe, and I was told, that Congresswoman Yasmin Ansari, her family didn't escape Iran. They were led here. That she does things that are pro-Iranian regime for a reason. She doesn't speak out against what they do, the killing of the 40, 50,000 of their own people. She only speaks out against Trump. So these are the ones that they get into office. El-Sayed, Ansari. Now, thank goodness El-Sayed, it's a tough road for him, man. Mike Rogers is gaining more support. He's the Republican nominee. Matter of fact, Michigan Jewish Democrats have put out a letter. It's going around endorsing Mike Rogers for Senate. Michigan Jewish Democrats endorsing and supporting the Republican candidate. That is from Josh Krasauer at JewishInsider.com. But we have to take this seriously, and we can't be afraid to say things. Nobody gives a crap about feelings. We're not saying anything bad. For God's sakes, his parents have ties to terrorists. They've funneled money, you name it. So you have to say it like it is. And it's really disgusting. I mean, can you imagine how many clicks and everything and views if the local news in Arizona reported this? Can you imagine? You can hit me up on the free iRadio app. I'll get you. Coming up, another dolt, Ruben Gallego. Oh, man. Guess what he spent campaign cash on now? Oh, man. He's already being investigated. It's coming up. It is your afternoon addiction.
Hi, guys. This is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice. I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed, real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-7246. In Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. That's 837-7246. 837-7246.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
An Arizona lawmaker pushes for a stalled project. From the 550 KFYI newsroom, I'm Brad Siegel. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly is making a push for planning to move forward on a highway to Las Vegas. 550 KFYI's Wendy Swanson has the latest.
On Monday, Kelly sent a letter requesting guidance from the Federal Highway Administration for the next steps for construction of I-11. The northern portion of the highway would connect Phoenix to Las Vegas for the first time. Currently, the project is stalled following a court order for a reevaluation of Phase 1 by federal officials. The I-11 is a long-term project to eventually build a Mexico to Canada trade corridor that would also relieve congestion on I-10. Wendy Swanson, 550 KFYI News.
The community gathered in the West Valley Tuesday evening to remember a 13-year-old boy who was killed while riding his e-bike Monday night. This all unfolding at the intersection of 185th Avenue and Bethany Home Road in Litchfield Park. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says the teen was struck by a car. Around 8 o'clock, he was rushed to a local hospital but died of his injuries. MCSO now investigating. A nearly 90-year tradition continuing today in Tempe. Members of the incoming freshman class at Arizona State University climbing Hayden Butte and then painting the 60-foot gold A white. The ritual symbolizes a fresh academic start, unity, and a chance for the students to leave their personal mark on the university. Taking a look at your money at the closing bell, the Dow up 119 points. Now traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
There's an accident off to the right at Loop 101, Pima Freeway southbound at Shea Boulevard. An injury accident on the 10, Papago Freeway eastbound before the 17 stack transition. A medical emergency on the 101 Loop westbound near the Veterans Memorial Highway. And an injury accident on Northern Avenue at 63rd Avenue. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
An extreme heat warning remains in effect. It will be partly cloudy tonight. Thunderstorms possible, low 90. Mostly sunny, hot tomorrow, high 110. And thunderstorms possible tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword festival to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest.
Garrett Lewis with you. Hour number 2. Missed the first hour. Where have you been? You can always go back and listen on demand on the free iHeartRadio app. Just search Garrett Lewis. It's that simple. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's your afternoon addiction on 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 at Tucson, on the free iHeartRadio app and on the 550 KFYI YouTube channel. You can watch and listen and all that stuff, okay? So glad that you're hanging out with me. So, dumb Ruben Gallego can't handle himself. He just can't say no. The guy... Look, he's bad. And I'll get into this. Best friends. You know, he had a trifecta. It was like a trifecta. It was him, Eric Swalwell. We know how much of a scumbag that guy is. And this other guy, Jimmy Gomez, who is now being investigated for a sex scandal. And now the victim is accusing him of sexual assault. And I'll get the connections there, too. They were all buddies. So there's a story that came out today in the New York Post, though. More bad news about Ruben Gallego because he's already being investigated about how he spends his campaign cash. You know, donors give him money, this other stuff, and apparently he's being investigated for using it illegally. I don't like the word misuse, or should you say illegally spending? First, anyway, illegal spending of campaign funds. Apparently, he used campaign funds to fly his au pair. I wish I had an au pair. It's a nanny. You know you're elitist, and he always tries to not be. I slept on the floor growing up. I did it. Whatever, bro. You have a friggin' au pair, right? You left Kate Gallego, the mayor of Phoenix, when she was about to give birth, pushing out your son, and said, by the way, not only are we getting divorced, you're paying the bill. That's exactly what happened. You were shacking up with your now wife, who is a lobbyist. And apparently, you have an au pair. How do you afford that on a congressman? Well, now he's a senator's salary, but a congressman, all that stuff. Apparently, he used campaign cash he's being accused of. According to campaign funds and records, he billed $2,000 for flights for his sister-in-law and his au pair to fly to where he is in D.C. Says here in the New York Post, previously unreported records that were reviewed by the Post indicate that the then Senator-elect's campaign spent $1,227 on airfare in late 2024 for his sister-in-law to visit Washington. Oh, just a what? Why couldn't she pay for her own ticket? Why did he pay for it out of his pocket? Why is he using campaign funds? He then spent about $778 for his Brazilian au pair to fly in from Mexico City ahead of his January 2025 swearing in. So he's using campaign cash to fly in his sister-in-law, fly in his au pair. He also billed his campaign for more than $660 for custom stationery to announce his daughter's birth in July of 2023. That must be nice. Hey, yeah. Campaign's going to fund the announcement of the birth of my daughter. It shouldn't be a surprise. Again, he didn't want to pay for his own divorce. Imagine being such a dirtball that when your wife's literally in labor in December, you go to her and say, I want to divorce you and you're going to pay the legal bills. That's what he did. And by the way, Kate Gallego, these people are not, she's not a normal person. She's a lizard person. Imagine keeping the last name of the guy that did that to you. But she did it because she thought it would help her politically. Yeah. Gallego's office claimed the flights by both the au pair and his sister-in-law were related to child care. And federal rules allow them to be reimbursed in some cases. Oh, you see, my sister-in-law, she is going to come back here and she's going to watch the baby. And the au pair is going to watch the baby. Ruben Gallego, he's just like you. He's just like me. Oh. And yet Ruben Gallego put up a tweet 2 days ago. It's of President Trump at his New Jersey club Bedminster, dancing to the YMCA with Ivanka. Ruben Gallego tweeted, "He is for him, not for you, #affordability." Says the guy that's using campaign funds to fly in his Brazilian au pair and his sister-in-law and trying to get around the rules. These dirtballs in Congress, they try to get around the rules for everything. He could be reimbursed. And they said the birth announcements were sent to the campaign's donors and supporters. Appreciation and a way to keep donors and supporters engaged. So that's why. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. And it says here, but I think I'm making it up, New York Post, Gallego has 2 children with his current wife, Sydney, and a son with his first wife, Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, whom the senator left in 2016 during her pregnancy. It was right at the end. Right at the end. So now he's under more investigation for campaign finance reform, or campaign, I guess, misusing, whatever. It was just a couple of months ago that Politico and the New York Times reported that Ruben Gallego spent tens of thousands of dollars in leadership PAC money, political action committee money, and campaign funds on his family trips. And there was reporting by Axios and CBS News that the Department of Justice is investigating that spending. It's in the early stage, but sources told the New York Post that these new details could bolster allegations of wrongdoing. A source said a family member's systematically benefited frame is more chargeable and more presentable to a grand jury than isolated trips. So the fact that he is saying that, oh, he flew out my sister-in-law to take care, that's better than the private trips. Because he did do this, right? He did spend campaign cash on taking his family to Disney World in Florida, Disneyland in California, St. Bart's in the Caribbean, and Nantucket in Massachusetts. Oh, and the Super Bowl when it was here in Arizona in 2023. By the way, doesn't he believe in climate change? Why is he flying around all these places? These hypocrites. New York Times reported his wife, Sydney, used a campaign leased SUV for personal errands. Yep. The New York Times said that is likely a violation of federal rules, and she was doing that while her mom was being paid $400 to watch her grandkids. Don't you love that? Hey, your mom's going to watch the kids. Let's get her paid. How can anybody trust this guy? You can't do it. You can't do it. And it's bad news, very bad news for Ruben, because one of his buddies, his core group, is now being accused of sexual assault. And this is after Ruben, it came out just, a month ago, that he bopped a couple of staffers, not his own, but a Texas member of the House staffers. He did that, I guess, in between leaving Kate and shacking up with Sydney. But was there a lot of time for that? But why would Ruben pay for his au pair to fly from Mexico City to Washington? Why would he do that? He was scheduled to visit the Mexican capital in December of 24, but he flew her out when he was inaugurated? Campaign finance expert did say it's tough to prove criminal violations in a lot of these kinds of situations. They get away with everything, these dirtballs. Everything. But it shows you the person that he is. Okay? Shows you that he is. Hit me up on the free iHeartRadio app. Ruben's in trouble. Tap the red mic. Give up to 30 seconds to tell me what is on your mind. And now one of his buddies that he used to hang out with a lot that got caught cheating on his wife is now being accused of sexual assault. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I have that. And then Mark Kelly, the latest on Mark Kelly. What has Mark Kelly ever said that he's going to do to help make your life better? Do you know where Mark Kelly's been and what he's been doing? Wait till you hear that, too. It's coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Bear Arms Firearms, because there have been some rules changes and things like that. If you want a silencer for your firearm or firearms, right now you need to call Bear Arms. Go to beararmsaz.com because, look, there have been some changes, and they're selling the silencers to Arizona residents only because there's some legal things. This is all brand new. There's a couple of other hoops, but they're very easy. Call Bear Arms today at 480-998-2727. Call them because in 15 minutes, that's all it takes. You could be walking out of Bear Arms Firearms with a silencer. There have been people that have been wanting this stuff. There's been changes in the government. Bear Arms Firearms is there for you. Arizona residents need the Arizona ID, and there's a couple other things, but within about 15 minutes, you could be leaving with an in-stock suppressor while supplies last. This is a big deal. Bear Arms is in Scottsdale at Scottsdale and Shea. Find out more. Go to beararmsaz.com.
The Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
There's an accident off to the right at Loop 101, Pima Freeway southbound at Shea Boulevard. An injury accident on the 10, Papago Freeway eastbound before the 17 stack transition. A medical emergency on the 101 Loop westbound near the Veterans Memorial Highway. And an injury accident on Northern Avenue at 63rd Avenue. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
The midterms. Check in for the latest.
The contest between common sense versus communism.
With communism, everything turns to shit.
As November nears.
We're going to crush their souls.
No, I don't think so.
Elections do have consequences.
Stay up to date with 550 KFYI.
The name to remember? Mark Kia? Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coating and their transformation, like your neighbor Mike.
Well, the local company that we used first was highly recommended by people in our neighborhood. We did not know until after it didn't work on our floor. It just healed up like a cheap suit. And so my wife says, we got to do something. And so she started looking around on the internet and she found Galaxy.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
We got Galaxy out here. They got here at about 8 o'clock in the morning and they finished up at 6 o'clock that night. Other than having a beautiful garage floor, you couldn't tell they were here. Just did a wonderful job on it.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings works for any area like patios, garage floors, driveways, and around pools.
Still looks fantastic, and anybody that visits our house, that's all they want to talk about. I mean, they just can't believe how nice the garage floor looks.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook, GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com. We are out of this world.
Scorpions don't hate you. Ain't got the brains for hate. What they got is a tail full of bad intentions. Been living in this desert since the dirt was new. Think they got squatters' rights to your laundry basket.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Scorpions may have squatters' rights to the desert, but not to your property. Call 602 Blue Sky today. Real pest science, real protection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, Scorpions.
You don't pay for iHeartRadio. Our advertisers do. That's why it's always been and always will be 100% free. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Keiko Roofing is one of the Valley's largest and most trusted roofing companies, offering free roof checkups. Go to KeikoRoofing.com.
Jan on the street. Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Summer's not over at the National Sales Event, so I'm taking to the streets to see how people are keeping summer fun going with a new Toyota. Excuse me, sir. How are you making summer last longer with your Toyota?
Oh, going mudding in my Tundra.
Everybody loves a mud bath. Player with the jump shot. What about you?
Taking my RAV4 downtown to a rooftop restaurant to shoot my shot with Stacy.
Stacy's a lucky lady. Mom with the twins. Your turn.
Starting a true crime podcast in my Grand Highlander while the kids are at day camp.
Oh, I know the one. It's juicy. Man with the ball. And you?
Driving my BZ to the park to play kickball with friends. Kickball is life.
I want that to be my life, too. Well, those are some great ways to extend summer. See you next time. Jan on the street.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, Arizona. This is Joe with Advanced Window Products. Today, we're giving KFYI listeners a deal so good, you'll hear it across the Valley of the Sun. That's right. Today only, Advanced Window Products is having a one-day sale. If you buy 10 or more of our custom-made windows, we're giving you a mind-blowing $3,500 off, our biggest offer ever. You heard that correctly. That's $3,500 in savings off windows that are manufactured right here in Phoenix, specifically for the Phoenix climate. Call us at 480-764-2002. Our windows come with a lifetime warranty, including accidental glass breakage and labor. Now, that's peace of mind. But you must act today. This offer is only valid for a one-day window. You've got until tonight to lock in your savings. You won't hear this commercial tomorrow. Call right now for your free estimate. The number is 480-764-2002. That's 480-764-2002. Or visit our website to get a quote and see the quality for yourself at advancedwindows.com.
An extreme heat warning remains in effect. It will be partly cloudy tonight. Thunderstorms possible, low 90. Mostly sunny, hot tomorrow, high 110. And thunderstorms possible tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Where did wokeness come from? This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story of how an obscure group of German refugees started all of this woke madness and what needs to be done to stop it. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now all 32 in-market
local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a Jet touchdown! Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down
as we get closer to week 1.
It's crazy, and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in. Live, local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
The Conservative Circus with James C. Harris. Tomorrow morning at 6, 550 KFYI. On your smart speaker, say play 550 KFYI.
Garrett Lewis with you. Honest Mouse. Good one, Darren. It is your afternoon addiction. Thank you for hanging out with me. Quick 3 things I think you need to know. Number 1, there's a manhunt going on right now in the Tucson area in Pima County, looking for suspects that killed a Tucson Police Department recruit in his home along with his, shot and killed him. They shot his fiance. She is going to survive non-life-threatening injuries. She's a former corrections, Pima County Sheriff's Department corrections officer. So they're looking for them right now in Pima County. I hope they find him. I have no faith in Chris Nanos. Second thing that I think you need to know, President Trump has announced, he mentioned it last week, and Scott Besson did. Trump says that there will be the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country. It's going to happen to Iran. I'm announcing today the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country. This will be economic warfare and isolation on an unprecedented scale. And I'll get into details on that. So people are going to get sick of it, but obviously something's happening, and I hope it happens soon. Third thing that I think you need to know, Ruben Gallego, fresh allegations of misusing campaign funds to fly his Brazilian au pair to D.C. and fly his sister-in-law to D.C. And also charges campaign $660+ charged the campaign for printing the birth announcement of his daughter. So the dirtbag Gallego continues. 3 things I think you need to know. Now, speaking of Gallego, again, we always tell my son, right? You are the company of what you keep. Whatever friends you hang out with, be careful. If you're into bad stuff, people are going to think you're a bad person, right? You don't want to hang out with bad people. You just don't want to do this. Ruben Gallego is a bad guy. Ruben Gallego, he was hanging around with some bad people. Eric Swalwell, right? The shirtless on camels and partying and things like that. You also have this guy named Jimmy Gomez. He's a California congressman. I don't think he's running for re-election because it's so bad. There was a story, again, New York Post, going back just to let you know. Representative Jimmy Gomez, member of Eric Swalwell's Cool Kids clique. It was the 3 of them. They were the Cool Kids clique. It was Ruben Gallego, Eric Swalwell, and Jimmy Gomez. Definitely not cool, but that's what they called themselves. And by the way, nothing better than giving yourself a nickname. Tool bags. So apparently Representative Gomez, who is tight buddies with Swalwell and Gallego, accused of kissing much younger staffer. And then he actually had to admit to this. And he's married. Swalwell fell in with Gomez, a fellow Golden State Democrat, and Senator Ruben Gallego, while all 3 were still in the House, sources say. The trio became known for socializing and drinking. Okay, so that's just part of it. And now it got worse for Jimmy Gomez. Okay? He is being investigated by a House Ethics Committee about inappropriate sexual contact with a congressional staffer. And he called this investigation nothing more than personal mistakes, totally consensual. Didn't break any rules. I didn't break anything. No. But there's a new allegation that shows he may have actually broken the law. A witness that spoke to the ethics committee, well, her lawyers claim that Jimmy Gomez did some bad stuff. Her lawyers claim that their client, the victim, experienced sexual harassment and assault at the hands of Jimmy Gomez. Again, Ruben Gallego hanging around with this guy, now being accused of not just kissing a younger staffer while married, sexually harassing and sexually assaulting a staffer. Attorneys Lisa Banks and Sarah Nesbitt put out a statement. We represent one of the women who was interviewed by the House Committee on Ethics about her experience of sexual harassment and assault by Representative Jimmy Gomez. Contrary to Representative Gomez's assertion in his statement, his actions were not consensual in nature with respect to our client. We fully expect that the House Committee on Ethics will come to the same conclusion in its investigation. So this woman said, this guy sexually assaulted me. Could be rape. So you have Ruben Gallego, dudes hanging out with Eric Swalwell, who we found out had some drug-fueled sex with a Chi-Com spy and was getting illegal donations from her in exchange for putting her interns, which were probably Chi-Com spies, anywhere that she wanted in different offices. That's Ruben Gallego's best friend. He was the chair of his presidential committee when Eric Swalwell, yes, was thinking of running for president. Chi-Coms thought they had their Manchurian candidate. And now Ruben's other guy, again, this was the trifecta, the cool kids clique. Ruben hanging around with a guy that is now being accused of sexual assault. You are the company that you keep. At some point, I mean, it's going to come back to bite Ruben, man. It's going to come back to bite him in a very big way. He is not a good guy. Yeah. Again, doesn't say it's true about Gomez. But Gomez was also Eric Swalwell's campaign co-chair. All these guys are just dirtballs. Again, the trio became known for their socializing and drinking. Yep. While Gallego faced questions about what he knew about Swalwell's, history with women and the behavior, he said, I didn't know anything. Do you believe that now? These guys are the trio, man. They're the trio. The trio for all this stuff. I got to get to the Mark Kelly stuff too, man. I'm going to get to that. I'm running out of time there now. Mark Kelly, what he's been doing and where he was. I have that for you coming up, as well as this insane story about a Biden-released illegal murdering a 42-year-old mother. Have you heard any complaints about this from any Democrats anywhere, especially in Arizona? Have you heard any of that stuff? Probably not. I'll get that all to you coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction.
President Trump once again calling for interest rates to be lowered. Speaking to reporters at the White House this afternoon, Trump says he likes Federal Reserve Chairman Kevin Warsh, but his hands are tied due to the Board of Governors, which he called political. An ex-Meta executive says CEO Mark Zuckerberg put growth before child safety. A whistleblower and former Meta safety engineer made that claim today on the stand in Meta's ongoing federal trial in California. A group of states, including Arizona, accused Meta of engineering Facebook and Instagram to make them addictive to children. Heat-related deaths in Maricopa County this year continue to outpace last year's numbers by more than double. The Department of Health says 81 heat-related deaths have been recorded this year. 40 of those deaths are heat-caused, while the heat contributed to the remaining 41 deaths. A new study shows coffee drinkers are being associated with healthier body composition. Researchers at a university in Finland say those who drank more coffee, for the most part, had lower levels of body fat and greater skeletal muscle mass. The study looked at more than 2,200 people who were 46 years old with similar body mass index. Now, a check on traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
There's an injury accident on 7th Street north of Thomas Road on Windsor Avenue. An accident involving a bicyclist on Williamsfield Road west of Gilbert Road. A pedestrian-involved crash on Indian School Road at 75th Street. And an injury accident in Surprise on US 60 at Grand Avenue and Deer Valley Road. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not, plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs.
Walk with friends or halts a weekend hike. Recruit our orthopedic physicians, surgeons, and physical therapists to join your team. From our minimally invasive advanced technology designed to improve patient outcome to our comprehensive rehabilitation program, start your journey to a pain-free life. Find your partner in care at abrazohealth.com/orthopedics.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. 550 KFYI.
No algorithms needed. Guaranteed human.
Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. So glad that you are hanging out with me. I mean, and we're finding out a lot of stuff, right, about Ruben, and I'm getting some reaction. I'll get to Mark Kelly in just one second. I'm getting some reaction about this, and I just wonder. I wonder what people really. I mean, I wish they'd be able to get this to them.
Garrett, it's John in Phoenix.
Yes.
Listening to you tell a story about Gallegos and the other comrades that do this stuff. Until I see some perk walks, nothing matters.
I'm with you. But I'm just letting you know. If I didn't tell you this, would you know it? So I'm with you, and I think he's terrible, and I think character matters. And if elections weren't rigged, maybe we'd have some other stuff. I don't know. There's more.
Hey, Garrett. I mean, come on now. You know, the guy left his wife when she was 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Regardless of the situation in the relationship, you bail on her at 9 months and you expect anything different from this guy?
No.
You're surprised at this behavior?
Why am I surprised?
Come on. I cannot believe they put this guy in office in Arizona. Come on.
I know. I have a hard time believing this guy. I don't believe he beat Carrie Lake, but that's just me. It's my opinion. I don't trust the elections. I think Carrie scared the Rhino establishment and the Dems so much they would do anything to make her not win governor and not win senator. That's my take. You don't have Trump win by 5 and Ruben Gallego win. Give me a break. Again, there's a reason why his campaign did take away his cell phone for months and months, because he's a hothead moron. And they're like, we can't have any more negative stuff, Ruben. I mean, he curses in the tweets, F you for this, blah, blah. He does that stuff. And he's a liar. He's Ruben Gallego. This, again, he admits he wants to get rid of ICE. I played this. This came out like a month or two ago.
Do that. But what we know of ICE cannot exist anymore. You can have immigration enforcement. You can do it in a professionalized manner, not in the type of, exploitive manner that you see it right now.
But you don't want to say abolish ICE because of you think that sends a bad message.
Yeah, because I want to win elections.
Here you go. Guy's so full of crap. He says, I want to get rid of it. You can't have ICE. Can't have it. But I can't say it because I know people won't vote for me. It shows you what he thinks, and he knows is that people still want immigration laws enforced. So whatever. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is just to show you how much of a dirtball he is. He hangs around with dirtballs. He is a dirtball, and more is going to come out. It's amazing how aggressive the Arizona media was toward Carrie Lake, and they don't have that same aggression toward Ruben Gallego, do they? Nope. Not one bit. Do a story. Hey, Ruben, do you regret being as friendly with these guys? Did you not know that Jimmy Gomez was a walking dirtball? Did you not realize Eric Swalwell was a walking dirtball that was having an affair with the Chi-Com spy and doing? If you had no idea about that stuff, then you're not qualified to be a senator because you are pretty flippin' dumb. Anyway, speaking of that, Mark Kelly. Where has Mark Kelly been? This is the problem with Democrats. They have no ideas to help you out, right? We know Democrats, they voted to print and spend trillions of dollars, which caused inflation to go to 9.1%. Everything's expensive. It was coming down, and then Trump said, can't have Iran with a nuclear weapon, so we're going to go at it with them. And prices went back up. Not because we don't have enough oil. We don't have enough refineries. We don't have enough places to refine the oil. The oil that comes from Texas and Alaska and Louisiana and Venezuela, we don't have enough places to refine it. And the reason we don't have enough places to refine it, nobody talks about it enough, is because Democrats push the green agenda. They push the green agenda in a very big way. And I mean, I'd love to get another can we get a refinery here in Arizona? Why is it that hard? Is the world going to end? You want to make gas prices cheap, we need to refine our own gasoline. It's just that simple. So, Mark Kelly and the Democrats never talk about what they can do. They create bullcrap stories to try to get your vote. Mark Kelly doesn't care about us here in Arizona. He never has. He's out in Georgia trying to help John Ossoff, the senator there, get reelected. He's going to events with John Ossoff. And this is John Ossoff introducing Mark Kelly, okay?
Who embodies American heroism, a decorated combat veteran, naval aviator, astronaut, space shuttle commander, U.S. Senator. Donald Trump tried to lock him up for daring to state in public a fundamental principle of military law.
Of course, he couldn't name one thing that Donald Trump broke in law or Pete Hegseth gave as an illegal order. Couldn't do that. These are dirtballs. These are dirt. The whole Democrat Party is either we're going to get with the socialists because we are that way, and we're hoping they can get us into power, or we're going to try to make you hate Trump so much that you vote for us. Like, that's it. There's no policy that they have. And Matt, you want an example of this? John Ossoff, this guy's a dirtball, okay? This guy, what he said Instead of talking about how I can make your life better, because he can't. He made it worse, along with Mark Kelly. They voted to spend so much money. It jacked up our economy. Katie Hobbs is using that COVID cash that they voted to print and spend. The stuff that's not spent, she's taking that to pay off people's medical bills, so they'll vote for her. I'm going to erase your medical debt. You're spending my money, you nitwit. Anyway, John Ossoff, instead of talking about what he could do, he decided to go after one of President Trump's closest advisors, a woman that nobody has ever really heard of, named Natalie Harp, who travels all the time with Trump because it's her job. She's one of his senior advisors.
And while the sailors on the Lincoln fight his war,
this is Ossoff.
While he fruitlessly drains our munitions and oil reserves, the president sleeps through his meetings.
No, he doesn't.
He golfs and trades stocks.
Trade stocks?
See, he doesn't want to do the job. He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless flying palace gifted by the Emir of Qatar.
Travel. So he put it out there, this dirtball. He attacks one of Trump's advisors to create a scandal that doesn't exist. Let's get people talking and make him think that he's having an affair with this Natalie. He wants to travel with Natalie. And then CNN, the dirtballs they actually had Natalie Harp's brother on to try to pile on his own sister. They brought up a BS story. Natalie went into the trunk one time on a court visit, one of Trump's court. He's like, I never heard of that. So they tried to create this, just like the Russia hoax and everything else. Do you know this Natalie Harp is a bone cancer survivor? The reason that she is alive today is because President Trump has that policy, the right to try. Right? When all else fails, if there's an experimental drug, you might as well try that, right? Give it a last shot. Trump's policy allowed her to try an experimental bone cancer drug that saved her life. So yeah, she's a bit partial toward President Trump. And this dirtball, John Ossoff, joined by his schmildo, Mark Kelly, I said rhymes with, right? They used to throw Mark Kelly's on the WNBA court. It was the best thing they ever did. John Ossoff and Mark Kelly is trying to get this dirtball, there it is, reelected, pushing a complete lie to try to convince people that Trump's having an affair with a woman that's his advisor. It didn't go well. And yet Mark Kelly, again, is sitting there praising this guy. They can never tell you one thing that they're going to do that will help you. They'll lie about it. Mark Kelly, I remember in his debate against Blake Masters, he's like, I'm laser focused on the border. No, he never was. But he knew you wanted to hear. People wanted to hear that. Anyway, Ossoff goes on MS Now, I think, one of those things. They're all the same. They're all the same crappy networks. And they asked him why he brought Natalie Harp's name up.
Why'd you decide to invoke Natalie Harp specifically in that speech?
Well, Jen, thank you for having me. And here's the point. We're in wartime. The commander-in-chief has mired us in this geopolitical disaster. People have lost their lives. Our naval logistics are frayed. The global energy system is in crisis. And he retreats into this bubble of West Wing aides who are his security blanket to make him feel good about himself.
What? Jen, the hell is he talking about? Again, no policies. And he went after a bone cancer survivor to try to make her the center of all the media attention over a made-up bullcrap thing. That's what it is. This is all they have. And Mark Kelly, we have a couple of scumbag senators in this state because they lie to us. It's all about them regaining power. They've never done one thing to try to help us. Not one thing. They've caused the problem and then claim that they can actually take care of it. They started the fire, claim they'll be the ones to put it out. Won't work that way. Hit me up on the free iHeartRadio app. Nothing from these dirtballs, by the way, and the rest of them here in Arizona about this illegal immigrant let in by Biden that just murdered a woman, a 42-year-old mother. Did you hear about this? You have to hear about it. And yet Democrats are silent. You know what else they talk about instead? I'll get to it all coming up. It is your afternoon addiction. So Lund Mortgage, man, that's who I went through to get my refi done, and they were so great to work with. I mean, Matt and Lisa over at Lund Mortgage, they've been here for more than 25 years in the Valley. They know their stuff. They'll answer all of your questions. Look, they helped me and Abby with our refi, saving us thousands. If you are not sure if you can buy, like I don't know. I'm not sure. Call Lund Mortgage. A simple phone call for a few minutes can get you answers. I mean, are you renting? Are you spending $2,000, $2,200 a month in rent? You're spending $24 to $30,000 a year. It's just going to somebody else, building that person equity because you're not sure. I don't know. Well, listen, don't hold up. Find out. Can you really buy a home? And there's programs that can help you with down payment assistance if that's a problem. Whether you're a first-time buyer, you have credit that's not the best, whatever it is, somebody else said no, Lund Mortgage can help you. They're solutions people. This is what they do. Talk to Lund Mortgage today. Call Matt and Lisa. Tell them you heard it from me, Garrett Lewis. They are phenomenal people. Go to Lund, L-U-N-D, lundmortgage.com.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
Taking a look at the traffic in the Phoenix metropolitan area this evening. There is an accident off to the right of the 10 inner loop eastbound at 16th Street. Another accident off to the right of the 202 South Mountain Freeway eastbound at 24th Street. A crash on McKellips Road and Lindsay, and also an accident on 83rd Avenue and Thunderbird. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by the 47 Morning Update podcast.
If you want to know what President Trump is doing before everybody else, then start your day with the 47 Morning Update, the #1 Trump podcast in America. Big stories, breaking news every morning. Download the 47 Morning Update now.
Socialism means poverty. The big tent that is the Democratic Party. Destruction. The Communist Party.
If it matters to you,
these crazy little mini Mamdanis.
We're talking about it.
Now it's here.
James T. Harris, tomorrow morning at 6. Listen to 550 KFYI on the free iHeartRadio app.
Zero Res. The zero residue carpet cleaner leaves your carpets truly clean with no dirt attracting soaps or harsh chemicals. Don't risk it with the other guys or DIY methods that can leave your carpet soaked, sticky, and looking dirty again even faster. Keep the mud outside where it belongs. This month, get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129. There's a reason homeowners trust Zero Res to get the job done right. Call or book the KFYI specials online at ZeroResPhoenix.com.
Homeowners, if you're ready to move, found the perfect home, but can't buy until you sell, you're not alone. Hey, it's James T., and I'm here with my realtor, Carol Royce, your home sold guaranteed realty. Carol, you've solved this dilemma, right?
Yes, James. This is a big challenge homeowners face. I just helped a family here in the Valley who found a home they loved, but they were stuck in that exact situation. With our Buy Before You Sell program, I was able to unlock their equity up front, which allowed them to go out and buy their next home first with a strong, non-contingent offer. They got the home, moved in on their timeline, and then we sold their original home the right way and for top dollar.
That's huge. So they didn't have to rush selling first or risk losing their dream home?
Exactly. They bought with confidence and sold for the most money.
If you're thinking about moving, do what I did. Call Carol Royce or visit CarolHasTheBuyers.com. That's CarolHasTheBuyers.com and tell her James T. sent you.
I'm not exactly great with apologies. After our last argument, I tried saying I'm sorry about 10 different ways, and none of them worked. So I went to Smile Tunes instead. I turned our story into a soulful love song that admitted she was right. Mostly. By the second chorus, she was laughing. By the end of the song, we were ordering takeout together. Turns out a custom song says what I couldn't. Visit SmileTunes.com and create a personalized song that gets you out of the doghouse in style.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code Beck. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
This is what football sounds like.
Straight up the gut for 5 yards and the score.
And iHeartRadio is the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily. We're doing the work to get you up to date.
Just download the free iHeartRadio app and search NFL.
Take action for your retirement. Call Golden Crest Metals, 888-447-7857.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
They will resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN. 602-837-PAIN.
Hi, Arizona. This is Joe with Advanced Window Products. Today, we're giving KFYI listeners a deal so good, you'll hear it across the Valley of the Sun. That's right. Today only, Advanced Window Products is having a one-day sale. If you buy 10 or more of our custom-made windows, we're giving you a mind-blowing $3,500 off, our biggest offer ever. You heard that correctly. That's $3,500 in savings off windows that are manufactured right here in Phoenix, specifically for the Phoenix climate. Call us at 480-764-2002. Our windows come with a lifetime warranty, including accidental glass breakage and labor. Now, that's peace of mind. But you must act today. This offer is only valid for a one-day window. You've got until tonight to lock in your savings. You won't hear this commercial tomorrow. Call right now for your free estimate. The number is 480-764-2002. That's 480-764-2002. Or visit our website to get a quote and see the quality for yourself at advancedwindows.com.
An extreme heat warning remains in effect. It will be partly cloudy tonight. Thunderstorms possible, low 90. Mostly sunny, hot tomorrow, high 110. And thunderstorms possible tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Make us your #1 preset for instant access to the information that affects you.
Always on.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
Hi, Gary Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. I do have to get to the story about the illegal, but I just talked about this. It just happened. I mentioned, or maybe it was the last hour, but I just mentioned what Katie Hobbs is doing too. Or maybe it was everything flies by. The show goes by so quick because it's good. I brought up how Katie Hobbs has not been on Twitter. There's been nothing posted in a couple days. And I said, all she's trying to do is take credit for using unspent COVID money to pay off other people's medical debt, right? And how about this? How about this? This just went up minutes ago because I'm always doing show prep for you. Don't get mad at me because you have to hear Katie Hobbs for just a couple of minutes. But Katie Hobbs made a video. They superimposed her with a news story behind her about her paying off other people's medical debt with unspent COVID money. Listen to this. It's like they must have heard me.
Earlier this month, I announced that my administration has erased over $1 billion of medical debt for nearly 700,000 Arizonans.
Yeah.
All without using a single dime of state money.
Hang on. Right there. She did that because it's unspent COVID money. Remember the trillions of dollars, again, that all the Democrats voted for. And some Republicans did too, but it was the Democrats in charge. They printed trillions of dollars. And when you inject trillions of dollars into the economy, it makes the dollars that are all there less valuable. So all of a sudden, everything costs more. And instead of giving back the COVID money to the Treasury Department so maybe it could help lower inflation, Katie Hobbs decided to spend it. I'm going to try to buy people's votes. My staff wants me to do that. And she took the money that didn't belong to her, and she's taking credit. What a socialist. She loves spending other people's money. So she's complaining she knows about affordability, yet she just made everything more affordable by spending $1 billion in unspent COVID cash to erase Arizonans' medical debt. You know, I'd love to take her money and buy everybody dinner at a restaurant tonight. Would that make me a hero too? Oh, hang on.
With costs rising every day because of Washington's reckless cost hiking agenda.
She just made costs go up. I'm just reading the words they told me to read.
Arizona families are feeling the pinch. And I'm proud to deliver this critical relief to working families who shouldn't have to pay the price for ever-increasing healthcare costs.
She caused everything to go up, along with Mark Kelly, Ruben Gallego, and everybody else. There was a horrific story. And I'm not one just to give you horrific stories, but here we go again. A Biden illegal. A guy came here illegally in 2024, southern border, was led into America by the Biden regime. The guy showed an address. This is my dad's house. He said whatever language. He's from El Salvador. They let him go. He ends up, I guess, eventually in Virginia. He's 19 years old, illegal from El Salvador. And it turns out he just stabbed to death a woman, a 42-year-old woman, and was actually going to set her body on fire. On fire. Listen to the Fairfax, and this happened in Fairfax County, Virginia. Here is the, I believe, the police chief.
Out of his motorcycle, he filled the water bottle with gasoline after he dumped the water. We know that when our victim and our killer eventually found themselves at the park, Difficult Run Trail Park, we know that our killer stabbed our victim repeatedly and eventually doused her in gasoline and tried to set her on fire.
That's a Biden illegal right there. Okay. Reason I bring this up, it's horrific, number one. And I have several stories of illegals killing Americans in my prep today. But I also brought it up, not just so you know it and you should know it, but I went on the social media of Ruben Gallego and Mark Kelly and Yasmin Ansari, Adelita Grijalva, and Greg Stanton. They never mention this. They go out of their way to bring up how terrible ICE detention centers are that are holding illegals. But when an illegal murders someone, they never say a word behind it. There she is, Adelita. Bill Malugin reported, I'm told by Fed sources that when this Salvadoran illegal was in Border Patrol custody after crossing into Texas, again, he gave agents an address and destination for his father in New Carrollton, Maryland. And he was released on his own recognizance by the Biden regime on April 30th, 2024. Keep letting these people in. We don't know who they are, and they're capable of killing people. And you won't hear a word from the Democrats. But they got to get rid of ICE. Abolish ICE. That's all they say. That's what Ruben Gallego said. You got to abolish ICE. That's what needs to happen.
But you don't want to say abolish ICE because of you think that sends a bad message.
Yeah, because I want to win elections.
Yep. There you go. I have so much more, including, by the way, CNN losing their mind because of what our War Secretary Pete Hegseth said today. They claim it was transphobic. Wait till you hear what Pete Hegseth had to say. It's awesome. It's coming up. It is your afternoon addiction.
Fix it, Frankie. This is Ethel. Well, how long has your air conditioner been broken? Must be hot in there. You're cooking eggs on your tile floor? With sauteed onions and bell peppers. Sounds delicious, sir, but about the air conditioner, my Frankie can fix that. Yes, he's on his way now. He likes them over easy with a little hot sauce on the side. Rye toast is perfect. Okay, bye now.
Fix It Frankie.
My Frankie can fix anything.
FixItFrankie.com.
Hurt in a crash? Don't deal with the insurance companies alone. Call the accident attorneys at Sweet James. They fight for the money you deserve, and you pay nothing unless they win. Call now, 800-9-MILLION, or visit sweetjames.com.
Hello, Arizona. This is your Congressman Paul Gosar. My top priority is serving you. Do you need help with a federal agency? I can help. Call my office at 623-707-0530. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
A warning for students returning to school. From the 550 KFYI Newsroom, I'm Brad Siegel. With kids heading back to school, the DEA Rocky Mountain Division is urging parents and teachers to remind students how prevalent and deadly fentanyl is. Assistant Special Agent in charge, Eric Neal, says the drug is insidious.
And they look like pills that come from a pharmacy. That's how the cartels stamp them. They want them to look identical. They want them to look safe. Many of them have the potential to kill you.
Earlier this year, 1 out of every 6 fentanyl pills seized in the U.S. had been seized in the Rocky Mountain Field Division, most of those seizures in Colorado. A Phoenix man who admitted to fraudulently obtaining $1 million in PPP loans is headed to prison. 54-year-old Jamar Johnson pleaded guilty to wire fraud and was sentenced to 15 months behind bars. Prosecutors say Johnson submitted applications for the loans, claiming his company had 73 employees and $4.8 million in payroll expenses. In reality, there were no employees and no payroll expenses. A nearly 90-year tradition continuing today in Tempe. Members of the incoming freshman class at Arizona State University climbing Hayden Butte and then painting the 60-foot gold A white. The ritual symbolizes a fresh academic start, unity, and a chance for the students to leave their personal mark on the university. Before the first home Sun Devils football game, the A will be repainted classic gold. Taking a look at your money at the closing bell, the Dow up 119 points, now 550 KFYI traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
Taking a look at the roads this evening, there is an accident on the 202 Red Mountain Freeway near 40th Street. An injury accident on the Loop 101, Agua Fria Freeway westbound after 35th Avenue. And that injury crash on Brown Road at Lindsay Road is still in play. Also a crash on 83rd Avenue and Thunderbird. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by the 47 Morning Update podcast.
If you want to know what President Trump is doing before everybody else, then start your day with the 47 Morning Update, the #1 Trump podcast in America. Big stories, breaking news every morning. Download the 47 Morning Update now.
An extreme heat warning remains in effect. It will be partly cloudy tonight. Thunderstorms possible, low 90. Mostly sunny, hot tomorrow, high 110. And thunderstorms possible tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
Okay. You know what? Every time I swear I want to tell you something, I'll get to the Hegseth stuff. Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. I will get to the Pete Hegseth stuff, but this has just come out as well, okay? We have been waiting, and I started the show this way. If you missed the first or second hour, one of them, you can always listen on demand on the free iHeartRadio app. Just search Garrett Lewis on the free iHeartRadio app. Download it if you don't have it because it's that good. Now, this is good stuff. We've been waiting for Andy Biggs to start attacking Katie Hobbs. And we have to come to the realization, and I am too, I'm fine with it. Everybody is unique and different, like a snowflake. Everyone's unique and different. Andy Biggs is not going to be Donald Trump, yet he and Trump get along. Trump likes Biggs. Biggs likes Trump. I remember when I was on the air only on KNST in Tucson. And by the way, good luck with the thunderstorms. I know I'm getting people from Tucson hit me up on listening on KNST right now. There is isolated thunderstorms all over Pima County, Tucson, Oro Valley, you name it, Marana. Just be careful. And I want you to be safe. And if you don't want to miss any of the show, you can always listen on the free iHeartRadio app. not on KNST if it's given the alerts, but it's important to get those. You could also listen on the KFYI channel as well. So you have options. You have options, okay? So Andy Biggs, I remember when the China virus scam was happening, and Doug Ducey went full wuss. And he was not fighting back against lockdowns. He was shutting the state down. Andy Biggs would come on my show almost weekly to talk about how he was calling Ducey. And he even said on my show, he goes, you know what? I called the governor and he's refusing to take my calls. And that was a ballsy thing to say, right? I'm like, wow, it's good. Look, Andy Biggs is not going to be Donald Trump. He's not going to be Garrett Lewis. He's probably not going to be you if you are a person that likes to get a little aggressive. But you know what? He's doing some good stuff. I started the show with an Andy Biggs video. And these are not polished. They don't have to be polished. But he's starting to attack Katie Hobbs. He just put a new one out minutes ago. I'll retweet these. I'll see if I can stick them up on my Instagram as well. But I'm doing a live radio show. But at Garrett Lewis, and you'll see him. Andy Biggs is going after Katie Hobbs. Listen.
Katie Hobbs won't debate me. If she were to debate me, I would ask her about her record of defending sexual predators.
Whoa, hang on. And they put up the news stories right in front of, they superimpose the news stories in front of Andy Biggs, and it says CBS, where is it? I can't, well, let me just make, in my old age now. Oh yeah, alert top story, Hobbs vetoes bill targeting child and revenge porn. So let me go back a little bit, hang on.
Of defending sexual predators.
So she's calling out for defending sexual predators.
In the veto files, we find bills that she vetoed showing that she defends sexual predators, such as if a sexual registrant parent has a child in a school, that parent must notify the school within 10 days.
She vetoed that. That's Senate Bill 1253. So if, your kid goes to a school and there's another dad or a mom that's a sex offender, there was a bill that, you know what, I'd want to make sure that I would know that there's a sex offender on my kid's campus. It would make them alert the school so they know. She vetoed that. Senate Bill 1253.
She vetoed that bill.
Yep.
She vetoed a bill that said if you are convicted of dangerous crimes against children, you need to register on the Internet Sexual Registry as well. She vetoed that bill.
Senate Bill 1583.
And she also vetoed a bill that said if you're convicted of one of these crimes, you can't get off probation early.
Whoa.
She doesn't want to debate because she can't defend her dangerous record.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Andy Biggs, and I want to debate. I want to debate because you need to know about her dangerous record. And I will ask her questions about her record. I'm Andy Biggs. I want to restore the American dream to Arizona. And I know if you were to see a debate between Katie Hobbs and I, you'd vote for me. And you know what? She knows that too.
That's pretty damn good. And let me ask you this, right? I'm an aggressive person. Trump's an aggressive person. Maybe you are. Is it a good strategy? Because Andy's not going to be that guy that screams and rants and raves like me. Like I'm a lunatic. I know that. It's okay. Do you think Andy showing the facts, making his points, that was really good? Do you think he's going to get the people that are in the middle, that don't want the attacks? They just see this and say, wow, and he looks like a sensible guy. You know what? I can get behind that. That could very well be a really big winning strategy. If you missed the first one that he put out, I hope he does these every day, multiple times a day. They should be spread all over, shared all over, you name it. Andy Biggs did another one of these. Again, this is just him with the phone, and he's just recording himself holding in his hand like I have. Hey, what's going on, Garrett Lewis? This is the one that I started the show with. You missed it.
Katie Hobbs isn't going to debate me. She doesn't want you to know how bad her record is. And she also doesn't want you to know that she's under criminal investigation. But I'll be at the October scheduled debate. Katie Hobbs won't show up. My running mate, Sina Kerr, will be there, but not Katie Hobbs' running mate. So you see, we have a vision for the state of Arizona, and we are willing to debate and go out there and tell you what that vision is. But Katie Hobbs and her running mate, they're nowhere to be seen. They're not going to show up at a debate. They don't want to be confronted on how bad their record is. I know that if you see a debate between us, you'll vote for Andy Biggs. And you know what? They know it too. And that's why they're not going to show up for a debate. But I'll be there.
Those are good. And you could say low energy, whatever you want. He's getting the point across. And again, maybe that works better. Maybe that works better. I don't know. Hit me up on the free iHeartRadio app. Tap the red mic and leave me a message up to 30 seconds of talk back and let me know what you think. I think those are good. I'm going to retweet those right now at Garrett Lewis. I have more. We'll get a reaction to that. And Pete Hegseth really upset Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper is accusing Pete Hegseth of saying something that is transphobic. I disagree. Wait till you hear it. It's all coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction.
The Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
Taking a look at the roads this evening, there is an accident on the 202 Red Mountain Freeway near 40th Street. An injury accident on the Loop 101, Agua Fria Freeway westbound after 35th Avenue. And that injury crash on Brown Road at Lindsay Road is still in play. Also a crash on 83rd Avenue and Thunderbird. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
I will buy a WNBA franchise. My team will be trans.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton.
We will not lose a single game.
Tomorrow at 10, 550 KFYI on iHeartRadio.
Hey, Arizona, this is Joe with Advanced Window Products. Today, we're giving KFYI listeners a deal so good, you'll hear it across the Valley of the Sun. That's right. Today only, Advanced Window Products is having a one-day sale. If you buy 10 or more of our custom-made windows, we're giving you a mind-blowing $3,500 off, our biggest offer ever. You heard that correctly. That's $3,500 in savings off windows that are manufactured right here in Phoenix, specifically for the Phoenix climate. Call us at 480-764-2002. Our windows come with a lifetime warranty, including accidental glass breakage and labor. Now, that's peace of mind. But you must act today. This offer is only valid for a one-day window. You've got until tonight to lock in your savings. You won't hear this commercial tomorrow. Call right now for your free estimate. The number is 480-764-2002. That's 480-764-2002. Or visit our website to get a quote and see the quality for yourself at advancedwindows.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Buying a house comes with enough expenses already, so how about keeping $600 to $800 in your pocket? Lund Mortgage will pay for the appraisal on qualifying purchase transactions that close with them. Restrictions may apply. Call Lund Mortgage at 623-875-9940 or visit lundmortgage.com.
Celebrate the month of August with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129. Plus, take $175 off your air duct cleaning. Call or book the KFYI specials online at ZeroResPhoenix.com.
I
Ice Cube's Big 3 season has come down to this. The Big 3 Championship is coming to Charlotte. Who will be crowned the Big 3 Season 9 champion? Plus the Big 3 All-Star Game, the biggest names in the game, all on one court, one more time. 2 games of the most physical, competitive, and non-stop 3-on-3 action. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET. Yay, yay!
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk into any of the 5 convenient Valley stores in Glendale, Gilbert, Goodyear, Ahwatukee, or Scottsdale. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Protect your retirement with gold and silver. Call Golden Crest Metals, 888-447-7857.
QC Kinetics helps active people stay active. People like David Boardman, police officer, competitive athlete, and gym owner who trains hard almost every day.
My body's taken a lot of abuse over the years. I've had multiple knee surgeries on both of my knees. I could barely run a mile prior to going to QC Kinetics. Doctors have all told me, hey, you are going to need knee replacements.
But QC Kinetics gave David great news.
We're going to give you the opportunity to have not 1, but 2 healthy knees, and we don't have to cut you open.
And after David's regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics?
Since I've gone to them, I run 20, 30 miles a week. I really wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for QC Kinetics.
From knee pain to Ironman training.
It's a no-brainer.
Now it's your turn. Call QC Kinetics to book your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-7246. In Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. That's 837-7246. 837-7246.
Neighbors you know are talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like Rosemary.
I heard about Galaxy through social media as well as on the radio. I wanted to have Galaxy come out and redo my back patio. It runs the full length of the back of the house.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is not epoxy. It's 4 times stronger.
Galaxy was great. They were very thorough. They were very clean, very efficient. They cleaned up after themselves. I was very impressed with the crew.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, driveways, and more. And also, it comes with a lifetime warranty.
The reason I chose Galaxy is because of the durability. We've got pets, and so sometimes they do have accidents. It's very easy to just hose off. My neighbors have come over, and every single one of them have said it's beautiful.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We are out of this world.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
An extreme heat warning remains in effect. It will be partly cloudy tonight. Thunderstorms possible, low 90. Mostly sunny, hot tomorrow, high 110. And thunderstorms possible tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Last place in your fantasy league isn't just about losing. It's the group chat jokes, the punishment, a full year of hearing about it. I'm JJ Zacharyson, host of the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast. Our players to target and players to avoid episodes tell you exactly who to circle and who to cross off. We're providing data-driven research on the podcast all season long so that you're the one talking trash, not taking it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, search the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast, and listen now.
Defending faith, family, and the conservative way of life, all while having fun. The Conservative Circus with James T. Harris. Tomorrow morning at 6. News Talk 550 KFYI.
Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. Thank you for hanging out with me on 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson, free iHeartRadio app, And, of course, on the 550 KFY YouTube channel where you can watch, listen, and also chat. And I asked them again, are you okay knowing Andy is not going to be the loud screaming guy, right? Will the ads work? Will they attract the middle with facts and calmness? One person, no, not okay with it. He still sounds like he doesn't care. I don't know. He doesn't need to be another person. He doesn't need to be screaming to be effective. We all want a little passion. If not, at least people around him should have more energy. I know I do. I mean, okay. He's supposed to be getting people fired up, so they show up at the polls. This isn't going to do it. Again, I just have to realize, too, that can he be a bit more animated? Sure. But this is who he is, and that's okay. And because what are you going to do about it? I'm okay with it. And maybe it will attract more of the middle. I don't know. Here's some talkbacks. We'll get to Hegseth.
Figure it's Brandon Mesa. About Big's ad, I think that it's possible it's going to attract a lot of people who kind of liked Carrie Lake, but man, she was so aggressive and they hated that part about her.
Yeah,
so those people who were on the fence with her, maybe he can attract them. At the same time, he's got his hardcore fans that are going to vote for him no matter what kind of ad he puts out there.
I think it's a valid point. I mean, you want aggression. We want revenge. We want to prove we're right. We want passion. I get it. But are you going to not vote for Andy Biggs? Like, come on. Really? You know you're going to vote for him. I mean, don't tell me you're not going to. So, but there are people that have opinions, right? We all have.
Garrett, I disagree with you. I think he needs to go all Spencer Pratt on her and actually, do what, Karen Bass was doing and just splatter it all over the screen and then put her mouthy voice on those ads so that people can actually hear that. He's just a little too calm for me, but
I gotcha. To each their own. And I appreciate it. And maybe that's why you listen to me. I appreciate it. I understand your opinion. I respect it. I think we just need to all realize this is who Andy is. For right or wrong, this is just who he is. And maybe he will look like a calm, stable voice that people can say, all right, I'm cool with living with him, right? I can't stand Katie Hobbs. She won't debate. She's a failure. I know Biggs is a MAGA guy. Maybe I'm not a MAGA person, but you know what? He's got good ideas, and he looks like he'd be a stable presence. I'm okay with that. I mean, maybe that's what they're going for. And I'm getting more talkbacks. And I will get to these talkbacks, but I've also promised you, this CNN thing. This is why CNN sucks and nobody wants to watch it. Jake Tapper at CNN, who is Fauci's biggest fan. You'd think he'd be upset at Fauci for lying to him about everything, right? Fauci had him over for dinner, all this other stuff. Jake's not really getting into the Fauci stuff now, is he? But he's upset. He says that Pete Hegseth was transphobic. War Secretary Pete Hegseth was actually out campaigning for a guy running for Congress in Iowa. And while out there, Pete Hegseth said something that Jake Tapper just can't. He can't stand.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
War Secretary.
Went to Iowa to campaign. He was at the Iowa State Fair Monday, and he used a slur against trans people. Take a listen.
Slur?
We need guys like this man right here having our back in Congress as we get rid of DEI at the Defense Department. At the Department of War, we do training, not trannies. The only focus of our department, colorblind, gender neutral, merit-based. That's it. We want the best.
That's what Jake Tapper has a problem with. Because he said, we do training, not trannies. It's a great line.
This man right here having our back in Congress as we get rid of DEI at the Defense Department. At the Department of War, we do training, not trannies.
That is fantastic. We do training, not trannies. That offended Jake Tapper's feelings. So Jake Tapper's going to spend the next 3 days peeing sitting down. He's very offended by this. He just can't do anything. Oh, this is terrible. Right? Training, not training. And again, what he said, listen.
The only focus of our department.
Yes.
Colorblind, gender neutral, merit based. That's it. We want the best.
That's what we want. And yet CNN, he's like, he was offensive. He said a slur that is transphobic. Get over yourself, you flippin' loser. I thought that was great. Listen, and they disrespect him so much by calling him defense secretary. They renamed it the War Department. I'm sure Jake Tapper still refers to the Gulf of America as the Gulf of Mexico. It's the War Department. That's it. But you know what? You can say whatever you want, Jake, because I don't care. I don't care what you say. You're a clown and a joke and nobody else cares. I thought that was excellent. Hit me up on the free iHeartRadio app, on the talkback. You can. Just tap the red mic. You have 30 seconds. I'm just thinking about the whole thing with we do training, not trannies. And I'm trying to think of how Pete Hegseth, he was he played basketball at Princeton. He was a Division I basketball player. Like, can he get out to the WNBA and make that statement too on the floor? Can you imagine the meltdowns from the coaches of the WNBA? Can you imagine that? So good. Oh, that's what I want. We do training, not training. That's what you want. We need to win. That's it. That's it. And speaking of that, by the way, President Trump, this goes right into it. This is really good, okay? President Trump put out a Truth Social today where he said they are going to do, as Bessent mentioned last week, he's going to do some economic stuff that is going to obliterate Iran this week. And it's Wednesday. I've been waiting for it, not saying it. But Trump put out a Truth Social post. He wrote, "No one has given the Islamic Republic of Iran a greater opportunity to make a deal than me. Tragically for them, they have failed to take it. Therefore, today, I'm announcing the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country. This will be economic warfare and isolation on an unprecedented scale. Their navy is gone, air force is destroyed, military factories are now rubble. Their currency is worthless. They have 400% inflation right now. Their country is hanging by a thread. Today, I'm also announcing that any country that allows its financial institutions, businesses, airports, or government entities to provide any type of lifeline to Iran will itself face tremendous economic consequences. Oil smuggling, swap lines, cash transfers, exchange houses, ship registries, front companies, it all needs to stop now, in caps NOW. You know who you are. This will be an economic D-Day. And we need all of our allies to stand with the United States of America to isolate and defeat the Iran threat. These maniacs are on the ropes, and these historic measures will cripple them and their ability to project terror worldwide. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump." Some strong stuff right there. And I want to talk more about this coming up as well. This is a big deal. Economic D-Day. We've all been waiting for something. I guess it's not going to be bombs anymore. Will the Democrats come out against this? Right? Where's Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego on this? Where are the other three clowns from the House? How can you be against isolating the nation, the largest nation that sponsors terror, right? The largest state sponsor of terror in the world. How can you be against what Trump wants to do? We'll talk about it coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction.
There are severe storms over parts of the Midwest tonight. Tornado warnings were in effect earlier for parts of Indiana, as thousands of residents there are still without power due to ongoing storms. Indiana, Missouri, and Illinois face the biggest threats tonight. A former advisor to Dr. Anthony Fauci has pleaded guilty to conspiring to evade public records laws and conceal government documents related to COVID-19 grants. David Morins was a senior official under Fauci at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases during the pandemic. He was indicted in April. Phoenix is getting closer to reaching a milestone in its battle against extreme heat. The Streets Department says it expects to hit 200 miles of cool pavement this week. That's a program that began as a pilot back in 2020. It's designed to keep the roads from absorbing as much heat as regular pavement. A mother is facing child abuse charges after allegedly leaving her toddler in a garage during the extreme heat. Mesa police say 32-year-old Amy Shellhammer texted a neighbor telling her she was sick and she was leaving to pick something up and that her 2-year-old son was sleeping in the garage. The child also had drugs in his system. Now, a check on traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
Accident, Red Mountain Freeway, westbound 202, 32nd Street on-ramp. It is off right there in the Gore Point, and traffic kind of slowed back to 44th from that one. Downtown Phoenix, an accident, westbound 10 at 7th Street. Also, a car stalled out westbound I-10 at 3rd Street at the off-ramp there. Medical situation, southbound Loop 303 at Glendale Avenue. Have a traffic tip, give us a call, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by your Valley Toyota dealers. Summer plays on with Toyota's national sales event with best-selling cars, trucks, and SUVs like the popular Camry and all-new RAV4 or the rugged and dependable Tacoma and Tundra. Visit any one of the 10 Valley Toyota dealers or valleytoyotadealers.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not, plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The name to remember? Mark Kia. Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
Scorpions don't hate you. Ain't got the brains for hate. What they got is a tail full of bad intentions. Been living in this desert since the dirt was new. Think they got squatters' rights to your laundry basket.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Scorpions may have squatters' rights to the desert, but not to your property. Call 602 Blue Sky today. Real pest science, real protection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, Scorpions.
Hi, Arizona. This is Joe with Advanced Window Products. Today, we're giving KFYI listeners a deal so good, you'll hear it across the Valley of the Sun. That's right. Today only, Advanced Window Products is having a one-day sale. If you buy 10 or more of our custom-made windows, we're giving you a mind-blowing $3,500 off, our biggest offer ever. You heard that correctly. That's $3,500 in savings off windows that are manufactured right here in Phoenix, specifically for the Phoenix climate. Call us at 480-764-2002. Our windows come with a lifetime warranty, including accidental glass breakage and labor. Now, that's peace of mind. But you must act today. This offer is only valid for a one-day window. You've got until tonight to lock in your savings. You won't hear this commercial tomorrow. Call right now for your free estimate. The number is 480-764-2002. That's 480-764-2002. Or visit our website to get a quote and see the quality for yourself at advancedwindows.com.
550 KFYI. People powered radio. Guaranteed human.
Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. Thank you for hanging out with me. A lot more reaction about Andy Biggs on the talkbacks. I'm excited for you to hear them. But before we get to that, again, this whole situation with President Trump, there's a lot to talk about because I hear from people that love Trump, support what, the mission is to make sure Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon. And people are sitting there wondering. I mean, I had a conversation today with a friend that called me. What is he doing? Why doesn't he just blow them up? All this other stuff. I'm like, listen, I understand. I'm as frustrated, right? I don't want to see gas at 463. I don't want to see gas at 428. I want to see gas with a 2 handle next to it. I want to see gas with a 3 handle next to it. I know that people get frustrated. I want to see prices come down. I get it. Just like you. So I'm with you. I also don't think Trump's a stupid person. Because people say, why does Trump think that he can trust Iran? I'm like, he doesn't trust them. I always say there's got to be more. It's probably not a good enough answer, but there's got to be more that's going on that we obviously don't know. Whether it's the fact that maybe we are helping arm and train a certain amount of Iranians so they can just take over. Whether it's Mossad helping as well, I don't know. But Trump is not a stupid person, and I'm sure there are just sitting there, there's no options. No, they've game planned this for decades. So maybe this is part of it. Maybe there's more than what we are being told, even by Trump, about how bad it is. Again, I saw a story, 400% inflation in Iran. Look, you can never trust these guys. Biggest state sponsor of terror. Their citizens don't want to live under this tyranny. It's not our job to go in there and do regime change. But, I mean, if we've done this much so far, what's going to happen now? And maybe they've looked at it, and maybe this is really going to bring Iran down, the regime leaders. Maybe they'll escape to go to Russia or somewhere else. I don't know. But if this is going to bring them down, then maybe that's when all of a sudden from over the top comes the people that we've trained, if we are training them. But something has got to give. Trump is not a stupid person. I know he's going to say all the time, I have no timetable. Elections, whatever. Because he's not going to be like, man, we got to get this done because Iran, we all know, and he knows their game plan is to run this out as long as they can so Trump loses power because they know Democrats will be on their side. They will. They will. So, when Trump puts this out, this sends a major message. This wasn't even to America. This was a message to Iran and the rest of the world that we have something up our sleeve that you had no idea that it's coming until now. And there's nothing you could do to stop it. And we are going to isolate them and the people are going to revolt and you guys are all going to go down. I mean, we've heard about the reports about how the IRGC is not getting paid. Are they going to really do their job? I don't know. I'm not an expert. And I don't want to sit here and think that politicians know more than me, but I trust Trump more than I trust others. There's a big difference between Trump as a politician and John Cornyn or Yasemin Ansari, okay? Ruben Gallego. There's a lot more. And I just wonder if the Democrats are going to be able to steamroll right through the midterms. Just think about this for a second, right? If they're going to steamroll right through, why did John Ossoff had to work? Why did he have to work and coordinate with CNN and MS Now on a fake scandal? Why did he have to create a fictitious scandal about Trump and Trump's senior advisor, Natalie Harp? CNN has done segments with Natalie Harp's brother to try to keep it going. MS Now did a segment of, Trump didn't deny this, and why? Why is everyone so upset if we're just asking questions? They want to create this. They had apparently good results from the Russia hoax. I think we're in a different place. Big time different place than where we were 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago. But if the Democrats are so far in front, why does John Ossoff have to campaign with Mark Kelly and make up something, hoping people are going to believe Trump's doing something with a senior aide? Again, one that is alive because Trump did the policy of right to try, and she had bone cancer. Again, I just look at it that way. If you are really going to win and you're so far in, you wouldn't make up a fake scandal, hoping others are going to pick it up. I know I'm an optimistic guy, but I feel that shows how desperate the Democrats are. They have no policies. They know they have no policies. They don't want to make our life better. Otherwise, they would tell us what their policies are. Instead, they do this. And they have crazies that talk about they want to abolish ICE. Americans don't want to abolish ICE. We don't want that. Talkbacks about this, talkbacks about Andy Biggs and the videos, and I have them on my X. If you want to see them, they're on my X at Garrett Lewis. Like me and follow me on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And you'll see the two videos that Andy Biggs made. They're pretty good. Yes, they could use some more energy, but I don't think Andy is the guy that's gonna have that. And I got a lot of reaction.
Hey, Garrett. This is James from Sunny Slope.
What's up?
I don't care if he was snoring in a lounge chair, drinking a beer beside his pool. I'm going to vote for him over any Democrat. I don't care who it is. No more Democrats.
There you go. So Andy Biggs has the people that want the excitement and the aggression. But again, I guess people want to get excited. Here's another talk back.
Hey, Gary, Alex Enterprise. We're not looking for clown energy, but we are looking for a little more energy. I got to tell you, he just needs to pick it up just a little bit so that we can get excited. I know I'm going to do my part, and I hope people around him will do as well. Loving the YouTube.
Oh, thank you. You can watch on the 550 KFY YouTube channel. You could listen on the radio. You could listen on the app. You could watch and listen on YouTube. We're here for you. So he says a little more animated so we can get excited. But I think he's got those people in the bag. Now, if he wants donations, that's one thing. But maybe people will donate because, finally, you're going at her. Katie Hobbs has so many flaws. So many flaws. Start pointing them out and just make them common. Make it happen. Okay? She's not going to debate. Call her out. Make fun of her. I think it's great.
Jen says to me in the Ore Valley.
What's up, me?
That debate that he's going to have, Biggs, he should have a cardboard cutout of Katie Hobbs and have a hole in her mouth where somebody could stand behind it and have an arm hanging around it with words. So what she said, I won't put my words in my mouth, and just have them put words in her mouth during the debate.
Like this?
I don't want to put words in my mouth.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I don't want to put words in my mouth.
Yep, that can happen. That can happen. So, all right, we'll see. I know there's more. Again, we have a lot of news coming out. That's why you have to listen every weekday afternoon, 4 to 7, because we have so much of this stuff happening. Trump going after Iran, economic D-Day, new stuff from Biggs. It's all happening, man. It's all happening. And I still have, there's a lot I haven't even gotten a chance to get to. I'm going to have to come back for more tomorrow. But okay, I'll give you an example of some really good stuff. That it doesn't get enough credit. We sit back and we say, why do illegals get all this free stuff? Do you know that the Trump administration just did something to stop illegals from getting more free stuff? This is what you want, but it doesn't get any attention. I like this, so I want you to hear it. It's coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It's your Afternoon Addiction.
The Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
Still working that crash on the 202 Red Mountain Freeway, 32nd Street on-ramp, that's sitting there in the Gore Point. Cars stalled out downtown Phoenix, westbound 10, 3rd Street off-ramp. Some type of medical emergency slowing up traffic on the 303 southbound at Glendale Avenue, and a wreck with injuries on 7th Street north of Thomas. Have a traffic tip? Give us a call, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
The DSA want to abolish the Senate. Defund the Pentagon. Abolish prisons.
Brace for insanity with Sean Hannity. Tomorrow at 1, 550 KFYI on our free iHeartRadio app.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option, but do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hi, it's James T. Harris. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to help deliver relief to patients right here in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. They concentrate your body's own healing factors right where the pain is coming from. The whole idea is to give you a real chance to hold off on surgery, or in some cases, avoid it altogether. That's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that could change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is absolutely free with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN.
And now, Babbel proudly presents The Cat Chat.
Bonjour, monsieur. Yes, hi. I'm staying in room 22, and I was wondering if there was anyone I could chat with about my sheets. They seem to be making me just really itchy.
Pardon, vous avez dit chat?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I just want to chat with maybe like the cleaning service, see which detergent they use. Just a chat.
Chat.
Please, I'm so itchy.
Un instant, s'il vous plaît. Mathis, j'ai un client qui demande un chat.
Oh. My goodness, I thank you. It's just a chat, really just a...
Voilà.
What?
Sir, you requested a cat to scratch you.
Traveling mistakes can really be absurd. Learn to speak like the locals with Babbel, and no one will mistake your chat for a cat.
Sir, please. Your cat.
Get up to 50% off on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to get up to 50% off. Babbel.com.
The countdown to the NFL season is on, and Fox Sports Radio is where you join the conversation with the Dan Patrick Show.
You got some interesting scenarios here.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
You have to strike when the iron is hot in the NFL.
And more. Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and listen now.
Call Lund Mortgage. Get pre-qualified. Then go look at houses. 623-875-9940.
Your one-stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Phoenix, do you want to enjoy your summer or do you want to paint year after year? Do what your neighbors did. They called Rhino Shield.
Looked at what it was costing me to have my house painted and realized that while it cost more initially for Rhino Shield, over the life of the product, it's a lot less.
Rhino Shield's not paint, it's a ceramic coating that's formulated for our specific climate right here in Phoenix.
We chose Rhino Shield because of the durability of the product. Paints are mostly water. Less water gives you a more resilient product.
The warranty, 25 years, is something that I just don't think you can beat.
We're very excited that we don't ever have to paint again.
Great news, Phoenix. You can now get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
Really would like to say thank you to their entire staff. Everybody all did exactly what they said they were going to do, exactly the way I wanted it done.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Our valley's unique climate means your trees, plants, shrubs, and gardens need special care. Nobody knows better the TLC they require than Brian Whitfield. Listen to the Whitfield Garden Show, now on Saturdays, 7 to 9 a.m. on 550 KFYI.
Struggling to pay your energy bill? At SRP, we're here to help.
Whether you need immediate financial support or tips to lower energy costs, we're here 24/7. Visit srp.net/help or call 602-236-8888.
Hello, Arizona. This is your Congressman Paul Gosar. My top priority is serving you. Whether you need help with a VA claim, Social Security, Medicare, the IRS, or any other federal issue, my team and I are here to cut through the red tape and get you the answers. From passport delays to getting answers from the IRS, we're here to help. We can even connect you to great tours of the Capitol if you're visiting Washington, D.C. this fall or winter. Please call my office or visit my website at gosar.house.gov to learn more. I'm honored to represent you in Washington, D.C., paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges, no monthly fees. iHeartRadio is different. It's 100% free. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 602-855-9542 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 602-855-9542 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 602-855-9542 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 602-855-9542.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Wide receiver Jaden Higgins of the Texans has seen his season end with a torn ACL, suffered at practice on Tuesday. Addressing a need in their secondary, the Seahawks are signing Trayvon Diggs to a one-year deal. The one-time Cowboy was cut by the Packers in January. Former Wimbledon finalist Nick Kyrgios has tested positive for cocaine. He now faces a ban of up to 4 years. I'm Frank Aaron.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
The voices of reason.
A voice in the dark.
Heard daily.
Exactly the things that need to be said.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
Garrett Lewis with you. Another gangbuster show here on the Afternoon Addiction. You miss any of the show, listen on demand. Darren, you're going to have it up, what, the first hour, the second hour? They're already up. You're that fast. Incredible. They're up right now, but don't listen until I'm done with this show. It's on the free iHeartRadio app. Download if you don't have it. Just search Garrett Lewis for my channel and listen, because we've gone over a lot of stuff, and it's all been excellent. Ruben Gallego, more allegations of campaign finance, law breaking. So much for you. The Biggs videos, Mark Kelly, that loser, all kinds of stuff. Okay, all kinds of stuff. I'll get to you what Trump did in just a second. Again, that it's just the stuff that we've been screaming about that we never thought would end. But first, a talk back.
Hey, Garrett, Cindy from Gilbert here.
Hi.
Just got to agree with you. Andy Biggs can use a little bit more animation and excitement behind his videos and things that he's posting out there. Katie Hobbs, I don't want to put words in my mouth. What do you want to put in your mouth, Katie?
Oh,
beaver nuts?
Beaver nuts. That's Bucky's.
I'm just dying of laughter here.
That's good.
Thanks. Have a great night.
You too. See, it's the women that have the dirty minds that listen to this show. It's not the guys. It's the women. She wants to put the Bucky's beaver nuts in her mouth, I guess, because she doesn't even want her own words.
I don't want to put words in my mouth.
And if you still missed that incredible interview I had with a former college student that had to sit through Katie Hobbs' social work class at Paradise Valley Community College, it was on Monday's show. You could watch it. It was in the second hour. You could watch it on the 550 KFY YouTube channel. You could listen on the free iHeartRadio app. Monday, hour 2, 5 p.m. It was epic.
It's not every day that we get a Bucky's in Arizona. I mean, I'm just really excited.
I don't want to put words in my mouth.
I know. So good. So good. You could listen to it on demand. It's awesome. She had to sit through that. Why Katie Hobbs came in crying on the first day of class. She's such a weirdo. People are deranged. They're crazy. As Trump would say about Kamala. What is this? It's the laugh of a crazy person. One of my favorite soundbites from Trump. All right, so this is just great. It turns out Scott Bessent, he may be the best Treasury Secretary I've ever seen. And that says a lot because nobody generally knows who the hell the Treasury Secretary is or what the Treasury Secretary does. But Scott Bessent is a man on a mission. And by the way, Trump is such a fascist dictator. Remember, Rosie O'Donnell's like, I have to go to Ireland. He hates lesbians like me. Scott Bessent's gay. It doesn't matter. Are you good at what you do? Yes. Yes. New York Post had the exclusive. The Trump administration is cutting illegal immigrants off from getting kickbacks from 4 major refundable tax credit programs. It could save you and me about $3 billion. Today, this morning, Treasury announced, Bessent announced new rules, tightening requirements for the adoption of Child, American Opportunity, and Earned Income Tax credits. So only American citizens, U.S. nationals, and qualified aliens can get them. Yep. These 4: adoption tax credits, child tax credits, American Opportunity tax credits, and Earned Income Tax credits. The statement put out by Bessent was the days of illegal aliens collecting taxpayer-funded benefits are over. Federal law is clear. Treasury's enforcing it. And we say, why has no one enforced this in the past? Why are we stuck paying our taxes and it goes to illegals? So Bessent said these proposed regulations end the abuse, protect the integrity of the tax system, and put Americans first. I'm waiting to hear. It'll take a couple of days for Democrats to figure this out. And I want to hear Democrats be upset with this. I mean, I don't, but you know it's going to happen, okay? Almost 1 million people would be ineligible for the refunded portion of these individual income tax credits because of the rule change. That's the estimate. Nearly 1 million people. About $3 billion. IRS CEO said the earned income tax credit, the refundable tax credits, they're there to help low to middle income American families. Now we're going to make sure that that's only who gets the help, not illegals. Again, isn't this something that we've said, why are illegals getting this? And like we complain about it and nobody does a damn thing. And if I didn't tell you about this, would you have known about it? Media doesn't want you to know Trump does other good things. They want you to be frustrated by gas prices. That's how it is. Remember, follow me on X and Instagram. I did retweet the Andy Biggs video, so you can see him at Garrett Lewis. Go check him out for yourself. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Darren, for killing it again. I'll talk to you tomorrow at 4. Bye.
We need guys like this man right here having our back in Congress as we get rid of DEI at the Defense Department. At the Department of War, we do training, not trannies. The only focus of our department